please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I'm a current log snapper.
He top 5, man. That's all I'm going to say.
We're blue collar, we're hard workers. That's who our fans are. That's who our school is.
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
Loneliness is worse than COVID. It's a proven fact.
I don't want a stalker.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Just a bunch of dudes sitting in a room talking into sticks, man.
So you're
You can't say that.
Clip, thank you for letting me hijack the show.
If it wasn't funny, then let's blame it on the duck.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250. 9:30 online, pr927fm.com, and you can watch today's show and be a part of today's program by joining us on Facebook Live and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Pirate Radio TV so you can watch this show, The Brian Bailey Show, The Holden Naylor Show, and all of our great pre- and post-game ECU baseball and basketball coverage, and soon spring football coverage right there at Pirate Radio TV. We have a packed show for you today. Coming up in just a moment, a couple of generations of Ellerbes will be here in the Pirate Radio studios to recap an awesome ECU baseball weekend as the Pirates take 2 of 3 from North Carolina. We'll talk a lot about that coming up in hour number 1 and throughout today's show, because we got a couple of players that were on the field helping the Pirates win this weekend. Jacob Jenkins-Cowart joins us in hour number 3. Dixon Williams joins us in hour number 2 of today's show. We'll also check in with BB. Brian Bailey had a great Keith LeClaire Classic preview earlier today on the Brian Bailey Show. We'll talk about that and more. And Blake Harrell, how about a little ECU football talk on a Monday? We'll talk to the Pirates defensive coordinator coming up at 5 o'clock. So we are locked and loaded today. We got Shirley Rhodes back here. We've got A-Harp, Alex Harper. Intern Zach is here. Chon has a camera in my face. And we got our Ellerbes in the house, Jonathan Ellerbe and the special birthday boy. How we doing, gentlemen?
Yeah, good. What's better than one Ellerbe than 2 Ellerbes?
2 Ellerbes.
So I had to bring my dad in. It was such a big day on Sunday. He turned 87. The Pirates had a walk-off over the Tar Heels and a nail-biter in the 9th inning. I was like, Dad, come celebrate and recap the show with us on the weekend on the show.
Unbelievable. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. Any time a win over Tar Heels is great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I couldn't believe it. It was something special. It's in my top 10.
Top 10 all-time Pirate victories. Wow.
There's some other ones out there that are in your top 10.
The first time we beat the Tar Heels. Well, the first time we beat State in 71. And the first time we beat the Tar Heels in 75 in football. And the wins in baseball, just unbelievable. And the win over NC State in basketball.
Coach Mack.
I was wondering if that was going to be there. I'm glad that's in there.
Coach Mack will be here Tuesday. He'll be glad you heard.
I'm running over top 10s. Unbelievable. I played against one of the greatest high school athletes I ever saw was Donnie Harris. And he came down here and played baseball and football and basketball. He was a three-sport star, and in Laurinburg. And the other great athlete I saw yesterday, and this was in warm-ups, was Parker Bird. I watched him cover just in warm-ups now, but he was smooth as a ballet dancer, catching that ball and throwing it to first. I got to hand it to him. He's the next greatest athlete I've seen.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable. And the things he went through, just unbelievable.
He is an inspiration to everyone, and quite a moment that opening weekend. And I know he's going to have another moment sooner than later, probably later this season. But yesterday at Clark LeClaire Stadium, it was postseason atmosphere clip. It was people hanging all over the stadium, standing up, ups and downs. What a roller coaster of emotions of the Pirates, leading the charge throughout the day. Jake Hunter with a great outing, and then, the late inning up and down and back and forth, and even there in the ninth with the Pirates, the Tar Heels tying it up, and then the Pirates with some ninth inning walk-off magic.
Yeah, I felt like the home team was going to win that game. Whoever was batting last was probably going to win, and glad that we were the home team yesterday. But every time, first the Pirates threw a haymaker with Jake Hunter and his performance, and East Carolina able to get out early. But then North Carolina came back. Every time the Tar Heels came back, the Pirates would put runs on the board. It was awesome. So many heroes. Luke Nowak hitting his first career home run was huge. Cliff Godwin showing some stones, went 3 straight hit and runs, and they all worked. And that led to a couple of runs and maybe a little luck, but great coaching and some skill involved there. So it was just a great game from top to bottom, and a great way to end the series. East Carolina taking 2 out of 3 after a frustrating one on Friday.
Well, and you got to think about looking ahead at the rest of the season, that you feel really good about the starting pitching for East Carolina baseball with Yesavage, Root, and Hunter Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They had a really, really, really good weekend.
I've got an unpopular opinion. I'm okay with the bullpen right now, because are you going to see lineups as good as North Carolina or Campbell until June? No, those are the best hitting teams you're going to see. Our guys are going to get better, and once we get into conference play, once we're playing these teams that aren't those caliber, think about how good did our bullpen look against Ryder. They shut them down.
Yeah,
we're going to see more of that than we are what we saw this week, I think, from this ECU bullpen. So I'm not worried at all about that.
This is a series they've got to continue.
Yes, sir.
It's fantastic baseball. The Friday game was unbelievable, even though we lost. You're savage. I couldn't believe it. Just unbelievable. They got to continue this series.
Well, I don't know how many people were in Chapel Hill on Friday, but over 6,000 Saturday and Sunday. So that's over 12,000. If there was 3,000 or 4,000 in Chapel Hill, I never caught the attendance number up there. But think of the number of people that watch college baseball in February, and thank you, Mother Nature.
Yeah.
For providing, I did hear there was a little bit of steady drizzle or whatever in Fayetteville or whatever, but still 6,200 saw that game. And unfortunately, they need to work on getting that Fayetteville game on television. And that was a Fayetteville Woodpeckers deal there, that they didn't have the staff to be able to do it on television. But certainly just a tremendous way to grow the game of college baseball when if the Pirates and Tar Heels can play that, a non-conference series, 3 games like that.
The box score for Friday has 38-45. Does that sound right, Ellerbe?
I don't know. That sounds about right of what could go in Boshemer Stadium. But so call it 4. So you're talking 16,000 people watch college baseball this weekend and saw. If you bought a ticket to any of those games, man, you saw some good baseball and very talented. The cool thing. Even yesterday, you got for Greenville folks got to see Matthew Mateus square up against Dixon Williams. I know Dixon's going to be in the studio here in a little bit. I know you already recorded that. It was on live on YouTube and Facebook. But that was a cool moment to watch those 2 guys go toe to toe.
No doubt, and something Dixon said earlier too, and we'll have that interview for you. But talked about the pace and the great starting pitching. That game Friday night was 2 hours and 29 minutes. Have you noticed with the pitch clock and stuff the pace of play being quicker?
It speeded up the game.
Yes, sir.
The game needed a little pickup.
I think it keeps fans into it more.
Yeah.
The way it is now.
Sunday's game was going great until really 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Once you start changing pitchers every 2 pitches,
a lot of pitching changes and a lot of stuff. And sometimes I think Ethan Norby only saw one guy, and so there was a lot of strategy going on in those late games. But man, it was no one was leaving. I'm telling you what, I don't think anybody that scanned their ticket yesterday was there from the till the very end.
The atmosphere was unbelievable.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
It's today's word of the day. Unbelievable, Dad.
I can't believe it.
Hey, you just don't believe anything. What do we need to tell you to believe it?
Well, it was probably the best birthday I've ever had.
Wow.
Hey, 87.
That's awesome.
87. That ain't bad.
I was thinking last year, I'm pretty sure I took a picture. We were in Minji's for your game for your birthday last year, and I don't know if that went as well. I think we were playing one of the top ranked opponents. We'll have to look it up on the internet, but I don't think February 25th went very well last year for basketball.
I can't remember that far back.
But
would you believe me if I told you ECU went to Rice and lost by 18 this weekend in basketball?
Yeah.
You can believe that?
I believe it.
That was believable. What about if we told you ECU baseball won 10-9 on Sunday in the 9th inning, Dad? Would you believe it?
It's still hard to believe. Still hard to believe.
I got Old Dominion tomorrow, Ellerbe, and then the Keith LeClaire Classic. Great field coming up this weekend.
Yeah, excited about that. I thought Brian Bailey had an outstanding show talking to, a preview with all the coaches and everything. And the LeClaire Classic is just kind of one of those staples now. I think it's really cool that, and I heard you're doing PA on Saturday. It's actually a chance if people really do love baseball and the weather's going to be decent, you can go out and watch a doubleheader Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So excited to see what East Carolina can do this week. Last week was very tough opponents. Campbell, and the 2 losses were by 1 run. And the 2 wins on Saturday. I thought it was important that East Carolina finishes the week 2-2. They did. They stayed pretty much the same in both the Baseball America and D1 baseball polls. So I think it'll be interesting this week to see what the Pirates can do on the road at Old Dominion, and then back at home, and hopefully the 6,000 plus that filled up Clark LeClaire will get back out there this weekend. That home field advantage is really, really cool. And there were times that the Tar Heels were able to silence the home field at Clark LeClaire. But man, in the bottom half of the innings when the Pirates were rallying, the fans were there, and I think that was a big piece to the puzzle, especially on Sunday.
If you need tickets to this weekend's ball games, tune in on Tuesday. Ticket Tuesday, brought to you by Toby Williams and Sailor Warehouse. Will be giving away tickets 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. One lucky winner will win a weekend's worth of tickets to the Keith LeClaire Classic. So we'll have that for you coming up on Tuesday.
That's right. Toby Williams delivers cell phones to your house or business. He'll make a house call to your home or business and get you hooked up with a cell phone, but he'll also deliver these tickets to you. So if you are a lucky winner on Ticket Tuesday, which is every Tuesday, thanks to Toby Williams and Cellular Warehouse, you can go out to Clark LeClaire this weekend. So be sure you're dialed in every day, 3 to 6 on Pirate Radio Live.
Kaz said, I'm trying so hard not to look at the weather forecast this weekend. Well, I'm looking at it for you, and it's almost too good to even say. Can it really be this good?
Hold on, Clip. Is it unbelievable?
It is unbelievable.
Well, see if my dad will believe the weather forecast. Let's run it by him.
Friday showing a high of 60, low of 51. Saturday high of 67, low of 53.
Wow.
Sunday high of 67, low of 53. And I see some clouds, but I do not see any rain in there.
Dad, do you believe the weather forecast?
That's unbelievable.
For early March, we will certainly take that.
Hey, March.
I would like to say they are going to have a dedication for Earl Boykin this weekend. Earl pitched on that 1961 team. Fantastic player. he was really involved with East Carolina sports, and hope everybody will be there.
Yeah, they're going to do a little plaza dedication, naming rights for Earl Boykin, a legendary guy that was in Wilson for a long time, had his own sporting goods store. So a guy that was always a huge East Carolina fan, and should be fun. Just another piece to the puzzle for the LeClaire Classic.
What else did you get for your birthday?
Yesterday was enough.
Yeah.
Well, he had a big day.
Jonathan gave me a nice shirt.
Yeah, it was a pull. I got him a pullover from Russell's down in Washington. It was a nice Johnny O purple pullover. So
by the way, it's still in the car.
It's still in the car. I told you to wear it today on the show. We could have had you looking. So at some point, maybe this weekend with that weather. Although for Dad, that might be a little too chill. You might have to still wear your coat.
Well, I'm still in shock.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we took him to Chico's last night. They were so busy after the game last. It was like a football game at Chico's last night. It was like, I mean, seriously, everybody was in there in the East Carolina gear. My dad was in there eating chips and salsa and fried ice cream like it was his birthday. Could you believe that?
Yeah, unbelievable.
So I think he had a big day. So we got a lot of big things to do the next 364 days to top 88 for next year.
No doubt. Well, it was great to see you.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about a Pirate win. Top 10 all time. I said yesterday, on social media, Ellerbe, is this a top 5 game in Clark LeClaire Stadium history? Would you put it in there? You got to go like South Carolina, that regional win.
When Jackie,
Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah, Jackie Bradley Jr. Man, he was one of the fastest, smoothest runners I've ever seen cover an outfield, and that was incredible. I mean, even though the Pirates lost to Texas.
See, people were saying game 1 against Texas. I think game 2 was the better game. Remember, Starling hit the home run to tie it? I know he lost that game, but I think that game, top to bottom, was a better game than the one we won.
Beating NC State in the...
Jake Agnos?
Yes.
Yeah, which we kind of dominated that game, but it was
still,
a great pitching performance.
Yeah. What was the game where Burley came in and pitched?
Virginia game?
Was it Virginia? That was a moment too.
Yeah.
And Josh Moylan had a big home run in that game.
Yeah.
So I think it's up there. It's got to be.
There's been
top 5.
I mean, you'd have to get your full list, but I think yesterday, just the way it all played out, and there's a lot more baseball to be played, but I think momentum wise, I think that's a game that Cliff and the baseball team can lean on for confidence the rest of the season. Kind of like you said. I mean, I think how many more tougher weeks are they going to have when they are at Campbell and have the Tar Heels, only one at home and then neutral site and on the road. So I think hopefully that's a confidence builder for this program, and hopefully they can have a big week. And a sweep this week would be great. 4-0 would be outstanding.
Yeah, and then your first 5-game week next week, Ellerbe, they'll have VCU Tuesday and Wednesday at home, and then a date on the road at Liberty. So busy weeks coming up, but as Dixon pointed out, no school, all baseball. So he'll take that.
Yes, yeah. Spring break for the guys. So they have a tremendous week this week, and then spring break next week. So I think they're probably in baseball mode as it is. Speaking of baseball, our Jungle Nation shirts are going well. They're available. Had a great event at UBE last week. We have a limited supply that's still online at pr927fm.com, so you can get your number 23 Jungle Nation t-shirt online. That money will go to support Mustache March, which helps fight the ALS battle that East Carolina will be growing mustaches starting on Friday. I know when you have Brian Bailey on, you'll have to see if he's going to get a jump start before Friday and start growing his mustache. But that's a fun T-shirt promotion. And then also, all our guys have T-shirts. All our NIL guys have T-shirts at Shimmer Boutique. And they're going to be restocked this week right before the Keith LeClaire Classic. So if you've been asking about the shirts for all the fellas that we've been promoting, the Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard will be restocked later this week. And some other exciting news clip coming up March 17th and 18th, our Pirate Radio luncheon with John Gordon, one of the top leadership speakers in the world, who is coming to Greenville, North Carolina to talk to the ECU baseball team and to a group of folks who purchased a table on March the 18th. That event is sold out. So exciting day around East Carolina baseball with so much going on, just a lot of positive energy and positive vibes right now. So definitely excited about as we get ready to turn the calendar to March on Friday. We get an extra day of February this year for all you leap year babies.
Yeah, my niece and nephew were born on leap day, I guess.
Are they twins?
29th. Yeah, they happen to be, yes.
It would be really a good coincidence if they were born 4 years apart.
So they get a birthday, every 4 years or whatever?
Right. So
what's that?
Birthday?
Still leaping.
They're still leaping, yes, sir.
They were here last week, I believe.
Yes. They dropped by, yeah.
There's a lot of
family affair.
A lot of family coming by the Pirate Radio studios.
I met Alex's dad yesterday.
I did too.
Before the game.
Yes.
Nice gentleman.
Yes.
Good looking, what'd you say, 55? He's a young looking 55. I'll give him that.
He is very young.
But I see the resemblance.
Yes.
All right. I thought Alex was going to talk, but I guess we're waiting for that.
Are you joining us on the program?
Yeah, my fault. The microphone fell out of the stand, but I'm good now. What were you saying?
I said I met your dad.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Great guy.
Yeah, he said he's a little light in his wallet after the bail money.
Nah, he left all the finances for that situation to me. So
how's that going, by the way? Is there an update on free Alex Harper?
Yeah, no update. I'm about to fork over some bread for a lawyer, but I mean, other than that, no update so far.
Are you? Did you ever figure out if it was Greenville PD or the State Highway Patrol?
It was State Highway Patrol.
Oh man, the state's after you.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, look at the rope marks.
Can you believe it, Dad, that one of our interns got caught speeding?
Unbelievable.
I'm going to beat the case, though.
Would you like my dad to come help you out for your prayer for judgment?
Any help I can get. If Wes Hines wanted to come help me out, I'd let him.
Now, who would you pick, Wes or my dad? Who do you think would?
Mr. Ellerbe. It's not even a question
to represent you.
It's not even a question. I think Wes would forget the reason that we were in the courthouse.
Wes might end up getting you both arrested for some other statute
for communicating threats to family members.
Mr. Harper, we got you on one count of reckless driving. I don't disagree.
All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We got more. I want to hear Luke Nowak's post-game comments. He talks about his first ever home run and also had some comments on the team he likes beating the most, which was
good
awesome
stuff.
We'll hear that. Have more for you. Pirate Radio Live, Hour 1 on a Victory Monday. Back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Monday through Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday, we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and band schedules. Y'all come get bucked up.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting pirates.
The arrival of a new year offers many the hope for a fresh beginning that presents exciting opportunities for a rewarding future. Pitt County Schools encourages you to become engaged with an award-winning school system that is centered around educational and leadership advantages because we are hiring. If you are looking for a great place to work that offers competitive pay, advancement opportunities, and personal growth, we invite you to join our team to help ensure success for the posterity of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. Help us grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and one community, as education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools, where we engage, empower, and elevate.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Russell's is a full-service clothing store for both men and women. Family-owned and operated in historic downtown Washington for 41 years. Russell and Rhonda visit the country's largest clothing markets to bring you quality clothing at affordable prices. From the finest in men's suits, sport coats and accessories, to fashionable dresses, tops, and jewelry for the women. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. If you have a special occasion or just want to freshen up your wardrobe, give Russell's a try. It's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3, over! It's for you!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. You can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings as well from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We're talking baseball. We'll talk some football later on with Blake Harrell. And we will talk a little hoops between now and then. Disappointing effort by the Pirates against Rice on Saturday. Although the best part, I was driving down the road and I didn't really hear the context, but I heard Michael Perry mention the name Seabass, former ECU superfan. Do you remember Seabass?
Oh, yeah, he came to the studio.
I had not heard that name or thought about that gentleman in ages. But to hear Seabass on the airwaves got me fired up. And then East Carolina played their worst second half of the season and ended up losing to Rice back home Thursday night against Memphis. So we'll mix in some basketball talk with the football talk and, of course, the Pirate baseball talk. East Carolina 5-2. Need to mention as well ECU softball. Ellerbe off to continued their great start to 2024. They are now 16-1. And got off to, a 10-0 start, lost a game. Since then, they've won 6 in a row. and NC State coming up Wednesday, 4 o'clock at Maxar Joyner Family Stadium. So hopefully be a crowd out there. This weekend will be the Purple Gold Invitational, so they'll be back home with games coming up all weekend.
Yeah, it should be a busy weekend between softball and baseball with everything going on. But 16-1, that is impressive. That's a good record to have after 17 games for sure.
All right, can we hear some of Luke Nowak again? A lot of heroes yesterday, pitching wise, hitting wise. We'll talk to Dixon Williams, who was a hero on Saturday, made the game-winning play over at third to secure the victory. And Jacob Jenkins-Cowart, a huge hit in the last inning last night, also got the game started with a couple of RBIs. So we'll talk to those guys. But Luke Nowak hitting his first ever home run, and he talked after the game about that and the win.
Lucas, how do you sum this one up, man? I mean, that's maybe the craziest game I've been a part of here. I've never seen that many guys come off the bench, out of the bullpen, and just do what they're supposed to do. Like D'Lo, Corey, obviously, like Jake gives us a great start, gets a little fishy after that, but I mean, I've just never seen so many guys contribute in a positive way for a win, and that's what we're all about, and that's what I like about this year's team, is anyone can do it. And obviously Bristol gets the big hit, and it's just cool to see so many guys contribute at a high level. Walk us through that home run that you hit. Really not trying to hit a home run, but first one of my career, just trying to put a good swing on a 3-1 and just trust it. Haven't had the best start of the year at the plate this year, and just trying to trust my ability and stick to my approach. So. What do you like? Almost went out earlier in the game, so I don't know. Yeah, that one got in on me a little bit as a ball probably, and probably just a little bit antsy on that particular swing. But yeah, just trying to stick to it and not do too much, and good things will come. So.
So after you rounded first, I mean, you're skipping around the bases. I mean, what was that excitement level to seeing that thing go over?
I mean, it's just cool to be able to do it in a bigger spot and give our team the lead. After that, I had full confidence in our guys, and again, like D'Lo goes out there, pitches great, and we got the heart of our order in the bottom of the ninth. Score one run to win the game, I'll take that every time. So. You're a Wisconsin guy. What's it like being a part of this rivalry, and how much you kind of embrace it? There's no one I like playing more each and every year than UNC, Campbell, UNCW, NC State. Man, I can't stand them, to be honest. So just to be able to play in games that mean a lot, because you're playing a good team and we're a good team, and it's a big deal at the end of the year. It's a big deal now, and it's just cool to be in meaningful games. That's why you come here. So.
Man, Ellerbe, as fans, like as a Washington fan, I want the players on the team to hate the Cowboys as much as I do. I know that all of them don't, hardly any of them don't. But to hear a guy on the team say, I can't stand them, to be honest, that fires up a fan base. That fires me up.
I think in today's transfer portal, and I think you don't get it as much in pro sports anymore because of free agency, that they could be traded or
they're all buddies too.
But, yeah, but they could be on the Cowboys in another couple years. I mean, you saw Dwayne Harris played for the Giants and Cowboys. It'd been hard for him to take such a hard stance and go somewhere else like it was back in the 80s and stuff. But it as when East Carolina fans, when you get some players that say, I mean, who does not love Shane Carden forever because of his tattoo and his flexing in Kenan Stadium and even at Virginia Tech and stuff. So I mean, that's it. And especially Nowak too, because I mean he's from Wisconsin. I mean he's not like, he didn't go to like Wake Forest High School or Greensboro, Charlotte, or from Conley or Rose or anywhere like that. I mean it's kind of cool that he came in right away and it's like, you know what, I don't like those guys, and it's great when we win. That's fun.
Had a really cool Conley versus Conley matchup with Matthew Mateus and Dixon Williams, and I posted that picture yesterday, Ellerbe, from Dixon and Matthew when they were on Live at 5.
Do you have that with like your favorites or something? How did you find that photo so fast?
I did the old at PR927FM Dixon Williams search. Boom.
There he is.
I'm a very good searcher, Ellerbe. I know how to find things. But yeah, that picture, and I showed it to Dixon. He said, man, it feels like it was yesterday, to be honest. But It's pretty cool to see them face off. Dixon said, hey, I put a barrel on it. They got me out, but had a pretty good at bat against them, and said it was cool to meet his old buddy.
He did. He had a solid hit. It was just right to the right fielder, and it was fun watching. I mean, Mateus battled there for a while.
Oh, man, he was good.
The Pirates got the best of him in the end, but it was fun. I think it was a good time. It was a fun game, and obviously it's easy to say that when East Carolina wins, but I think I would probably still be saying it was a fun series. It was a great series. It was a good weekend. Anybody that thinks differently, it just amazes me. Like, this is what college sports is all about. The regionalization, and having full stadiums, people that care. I mean, as far as I could tell, fan-friendly atmosphere. I mean, it was. I didn't see really any craziness or unsportsmanlike stuff going on in the areas that I was in the ballpark. So I just think that's the stuff that sports has got to get. College sports has got to get more of, and we'll see. It doesn't seem to be trending that way with these super conferences and California and Stanford and SMU joining the ACC, but certainly the atmosphere was very collegiate yesterday, if that makes sense.
Top story of the weekend nationally in the sports world is a college sports story, and something we'll dive into again with Mac McCarthy. I thought we had this conversation with him a month or so ago, but court storming, and we've been watching at Ellerbe the Kyle Filipowski injury after the Wake Forest win over Duke from Saturday, and he gets caught up and looks like he's in a tornado. He's spinning around mid-court, and something with his knee gets messed. I thought it was a twisted ankle, but I think he said it was a sprained knee or something like that. But we're going to start to have this discussion again. Should court storming be outlawed?
Well, a couple of things. I was actually we had some family in town. Went out had a great lunch at Parker's Barbecue, and then went out back to my parents' house and was watching the end of that game. Ironically, it was on when I saw it happen. And Wake Forest hits 2 free throws, and Duke's down by 4. So no one was really prepared for this court. They knew it. Duke couldn't win the game with 1.8 seconds left. So I don't know what there was a lot of unpreparedness going on of preventable things, I think, that could have helped this happen. But and I think I may have heard a soundbite with Jay Billis earlier today or whatever. It's like, I mean, you want to prevent court storming, but what does SportsCenter open up with when there's a big upset in college basketball? They show a court storming.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if there is an answer for this, unless his answer was the only way I guess you prevent it is if you start throwing handcuffs on all the students that are on the court. But yeah. And then you start doing that, and then you really start getting into the finances of it. The people that are storming the court are really paying for college athletics with their student fees. So it can get pretty dicey here and there if you want to start breaking it down. But I thought they could have been better prepared from a Wake Forest standpoint, and I think the Duke coach could have been better prepared from a Duke standpoint of, and it's unfortunate that anyone got hurt. But I don't really know what the real solution is, but it's very collegiate to have people storm the court and storm the field after games.
Well, I heard one answer that is definitely not the answer. I was listening to Pick Central earlier today, and they said, the security has got to do a better job of at least giving them a buffer to get the students off the court. Have you seen the people? And this is not the security's responsibility here. Have you seen the security that works at Minji's? They're like 80-year-old women. They're not going to stop anybody.
They're event staff.
Yeah,
they're not security.
And if I was one of those people, and 50 students were rushing to me, I would give them the Olay. And if they fired me for that, okay.
That's not part of your job.
No, I'm not tackling collge students.
I mean, it's like working at a convenient mart, and when someone comes in and wants to rob, it's like, here's the money.
Take it.
It's not, it's not worth it. But
so that is not the answer. I mean, unless you go out and get bar bouncers and expect it to go that way, but you're not going to do that with the event staff that's at these current games. It's not fair to ask them to do that.
Well, and I think, you kind of knew, usually when there's court storming, I mean, it does happen, I guess, when there's a buzzer beater, but usually that takes a little bit longer and people can get off the court a little bit. I think if you do want to have you could have dedicated real security to the opposing team if you wanted to get them off the court fast. I mean, you could legitimately, and I think, you see highway patrolmen and stuff around the football teams and players and stuff, but I don't know. It's I don't know. It's an interesting, debatable question, but the event staff is not going to prevent court storming in college basketball.
Steve said court storming's been going on for years. Why is it all of a sudden a problem? Well, because Caitlin Clark gets blasted and Kyle Filipowski gets hurt. That's why it's a topic. That's why people are talking about it.
And look, not every team gets court stormed. Duke should know that they're a team when they lose on the road that there's a good chance that they're going to get court stormed. So it's if you're John Shire and oh man, 1.8 seconds, you're down 4. What's more important? Trying to get a 3-pointer and a foul, or getting your team off the court. It's just
Tyler said, remember the kid that got body slammed and tased after the West Virginia win for ECU in football? Yeah, that's how you prevent it. You start tasing all these fools. Get your tasers ready.
Tase or handcuff them.
No, I would love to see court stormings continue, and got to find a way, like you said, to just get the opposing team out of here.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
Boy, that's a throwback.
I do think there is enough legit security probably at every stadium to take care of the 15 to 20 people that you really need to get off. And then, if it's coming to a head there towards the end, it really should just be and I've seen it done before, where it's just kind of the head coach and 5 players that you really got to get off the court.
The coach does the wave to the other coach. Forget all the handshakes and all that.
There's almost some certain. When the game is not within reach, it's kind of all right. If they're going to storm it, they're going to hurt your own at that point.
We'll see what Mac has to say coming up.
Where do you think he's going to stand? What did he say before about a month ago? Because we stormed East Carolina stormed the court when Mac was the head coach and defeated NC State.
I don't remember what he said. So it'll be a whole new conversation for me.
It's right in the front of the topics to discuss right now, and he should have a really good, valid opinion.
We also had the closest NASCAR finish in years yesterday, did you see that, Ellerbe?
I did not.
It went right down to the end. So we'll talk a little NASCAR as well.
I think it'd be interesting to see what Coach Hud thinks of court storming and field storming when he's here on Thursday. Because I'm sure he would have an interesting opinion of stuff. He's probably seen many in his day and been a part of some as well.
Russ said we need to bring in the National Guard. Every potential upset, National Guard's got to be on standby.
Maybe Duke needs to hire its own security.
Mike P said free chicken sandwiches if you don't storm the court. Start enticing kids not to run on the court.
Maybe what you do is you take free pizzas to the top of the arena, and they do the opposite of court storming. They rush the top of the arena for free pizzas.
If ECU beating Memphis is not a court storming worthy opponent, but if ECU wins on a last second shot, I'm sure Zach and his bros will be out there storming the court. Right?
I don't know. He's kind of waffling. He's kind of waffling over there. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
With the way they talk on Twitter and stuff, and the way they think they have an ego as such a good team, they might deserve it.
You're going to prove their point by rushing the court against a crappy team?
I'm going to tackle Penny Hardaway. I don't care about rushing the court. I'm going for Penny.
You're going straight for the Penny?
Going straight for Penny.
Find a penny, pick it up.
Then you and Alex can be in jail together.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Can be cellmates.
Boom.
All right, Ellerbe, good stuff.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Once again, exciting news. John Gordon, Pirate Radio Luncheon, sold out. We got our Jungle Nation t-shirts available online, pr927fm.com to support Mustache March. And all the guys, all the baseball players, their t-shirts restocked this week just in time for the LeClaire Classic. They'll be at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard. Lots of fun things going on at Pirate Radio right now, and certainly more to get to in Hour 2 and Hour 3 is baseball and football on tap.
And I see Jamie, our resident Indiana fan, in the chat. How about this one's for you, Jamie? Coming up tonight on Pirate Radio, Big Monday, Wisconsin at Indiana. Live college hoops on Pirate Radio. What does that mean? It means March Madness is getting close, and we will be your home for the NCAA tournament and the Final Four.
And we've got a huge March Madness promotion coming back in March. We're going to
excited about that,
folks. A big winner. We've teamed up with our buddies at Cuccinella's, and your chance to be a winner in March Madness coming your way, starting in a week or so. So certainly lots of fun on tap each and every day. Thanks for being a part of it.
You old Pirate Radio Live fans will remember when we used to seed the entire field. We'll be doing that once again this year. So you'll have a chance to get a freebie to Cuccinella's and also have a team that can go further in the tournament and go to the Final Four championship and win even more goodies.
I mean, and with this day and age where 16s do beat ones and all sorts of madness that could happen in this tournament, there could be you're always a winner because you win at least something, but your team could be a 7, 8, or 9 or 10 or 11 seed and still make it to the Final Four.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. I'll answer Scott's question about my hat, and we will see what the chat gang is up to on this Monday. More to go in Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Coming up Hour 2, we've got Brian Bailey and Dixon Williams, Blake Harrell, and Jacob Jenkins Cowart. Hour 3. More to go after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Home runs and high fives always go better with a Bud Light. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to the ballpark, the jungle, or the couch, be sure to pick up and order some Bud Light and enjoy the ball game. Bud Light is always easy to drink and easy to enjoy. And remember, Pirate Nation, stay in the game and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late-night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Jimmy John's has great taste wrapped up. All your favorite Jimmy John's sandwiches are now available as a wrap. Enjoy all natural meats, cheeses, and hand-sliced veggies, bundled into a convenient grab-and-go wrap that's made when you order it. Top it off with sensational sides, including new home-style potato salad and bow tie pasta salad. Grab your taste buds around Jimmy John's new wraps. And don't forget their loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Ryan McChrystal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need to go to University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Yo, ho, you're listening to Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Pirate Nation, when you're on the way to see the Pirates play this year, be sure to stop by Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard and pick up one of the brand new custom t-shirts from the ECU baseball players. There are new custom shirts restocked from Parker Bird, Jacob Jenkins Coward, Dixon Williams, Ryan McChrystal, Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman, and Danny Beal. The t-shirts are available now in both youth and adult sizes and only at Shimmer Boutique. Live out of town? Not a problem. Just message Shimmer on Facebook or Instagram or call the store. Get one or all of the new shirts today at Shimmer and look sharp in the jungle this baseball season. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, Shimmer, Shimmer, y'all, Shimmer, yam, Shimmer, A.
Well played, sir.
I don't know. ODB.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all.
All right, Shirley Rhodes is here. Alex Harper's here. Zach Lewis is here. Chandler Honeycutt is here.
In the house, baby.
Let's check in with the chat gang real quick. Haven't done that yet here on a Monday. Steve said HMMFs, HM to you. Perry says hello, Pirate Radio peeps. Hello. Jerry said hello. What's up, Jerry? Jamie says, hey now. Pike is in. He liked the stream. Thank you, Pike. Everybody hit the like. Tyler, any truth to a 5-on-5 basketball game versus those other guys across town? Nah. I've talked about such things off the air with name redacted and whatnot. Pirate Zach says, oh, look, fake Jersey guys here.
Oh!
Come on, Zach. Let it go.
Let it go.
Where's Randolph?
Where's
Randolph?
Where is Randolph?
Mike P said, how many members of the Pirate Radio Live crew would it take to beat up Cam Newton?
Probably 3 times as many people in here.
I'm going to say us. We need to throw in Bryce Williams, Greg Hudson, and we'd be getting closer to having a shot.
I think Hud and Bryce could do it by themselves.
Let's see. Chad's in the house. What's up, Chad? Kaz, did I mention him? Tyler said, why didn't Clip do the PA yesterday? So I thought I was scheduled to. I showed up. I was ready to go. And there's a dude in the seat.
A dude?
A dude.
Hey, dude. Hey, there's a dude in my seat.
What was he even doing there, bro?
I'm like, what are we doing
What
here,
are we
man?
doing here, bro?
So apparently we were double booked. It was not my game.
I'm actually glad that happened because I was able to hang out with you in the jungle.
True.
You know where you are?
I got to have a fun day. Man, I love just kind of saying, hey, what's up to everybody?
Yeah.
Talking to everybody. Got to
fun.
got to meet the guy that calls in and does the impressions.
I met him over the weekend, too. I met him at the Buck.
DK and Mike Houston.
Come to the Buck.
Saw a lot of listeners.
Monica?
Chandler met Monica?
Yes.
That might be the first time I've seen her in the wild, too. But I knew who she was immediately. You had to think about it for a second. But you got it. Well done. Mike P's got good ideas about court storming. If fans storm the court before the other team has left the court, the losing team gets to shoot free throws until they miss. So that is dangerous. If your team wins by 1, the other team can shoot 2 free throws and win. If you beat them by like 14 and you rush, you feel pretty good. Can they make 14 in a row? One guy? I don't know. Sherry Lewis says, I cannot with this child. That tagline. Pirate Zach, local single photographer, loves his parent. Well done, Alex.
All are true.
All right, I do want to... Jack Dover said he saw you. Chandler, did you see Jack?
I did see Jack. Yes, I saw him in Fayetteville. Saw him in Fayetteville. He was enjoying the ECU versus UNC game where we won 7-4.
Great job by you and Jenny this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a busy weekend. Long weekend. Was everywhere.
So. I'm trying to find... Why can't I find your... what's your Twitter, Zach? Pirate fan?
Zach11. Just ZAC for Zach.
So everybody go follow Zach right now on Twitter.
That's my shout out.
Give him a follow. So yesterday... well, actually, we'll go back before then. We were talking about, I guess we asked if you had a significant other.
Yeah, on air, because we were talking to Alex about Addison, and we went on that one, yeah.
And you said no?
Nope.
Did you say you were single and looking?
You asked if I was looking for anything, and I was like, yeah, sure. And you asked if you could help.
So you posted a picture, actually, the Scallywags.
Yeah, which I don't run, to be clear. My friends run that.
There was a response to that from... a Tammy who said, hey, Zach, my daughter thinks you're cute. Heard you needed help finding a girlfriend. Zach responds like he's doing some kind of Craigslist. I'm 20 and a sophomore at ECU. Sunglasses emoji.
Man.
Gotta seem chill about it.
That's as chill as it gets right there, buddy.
Tammy responds, she's a major ECU baseball fan transferring to ECU next year. She's a local, and then gives her Snapchat information.
I'm in love with you. Will you marry me, please? Marry me. I'm the real Miss Brady.
Zach responds with a thumbs up.
Basically saying, say less.
And then, I didn't see this, Brett does the good bro thing. Yeah. Hey, Zach, thanks for letting me borrow your Lambo.
Brett came in.
Oh, by the way, Zach, that was awesome, you saving that cat from that tree.
Yep. He was stuck in the jungle trees, yeah.
You climbed the tree by yourself.
And you got to get out of here today, but I know you're volunteering at the local animal shelter.
Of course.
Very nice of you, man. So did you add this girl on Snap?
I did.
Have y'all, I don't know, I don't have Snap. How does Snap work? Did y'all snap it up?
We've snapped it up, yeah. We've been conversating.
Okay. Chandler showed me a picture of this lady. She's attractive.
How'd you find her?
I talked to some... you
some
yesterday.
Searching. But how'd you show him?
They were, what? On Instagram. You showed me her Instagram.
I showed you her Snapchat.
What, are you already jealous? Can we not look at this girl?
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't show him anything.
Maybe me and Delaney looked it up after you left. I can't remember.
I wouldn't doubt that.
But he was asking about her, so I pulled her up.
Okay, yeah.
So, how's it going, man? Did y'all hit it off?
So far, so fine.
Are y'all going to have anything like a public meeting together?
Probably. Her mom's a watcher of the show. That's why she knew. She's an avid watcher.
Oh, she's the one that hooked y'all up.
Yeah, she did.
All right. So when are y'all meeting?
That's no plans yet.
All right. Well, now since this is public, we're gonna have to get a detail by detail on this.
Okay.
How this goes. But so what have you done so far? You just like talk back and forth or whatever?
Yeah, just talk to each other, find out who you are.
How old is she?
She's 18.
Okay.
That pit.
I was going to say, since Chandler kind of put the kibosh on that, we couldn't get deets out of him. We're going to really come at you hard on
we got a new guinea pig.
I'll take it. Dad, you were on the wrong YouTube account, just FYI.
Working Man Outdoors.
Yeah, wrong account,
he got
Dad.
caught on the burner. Dad's on the burner.
Yeah, back to your normal account, Daddy.
Russ said, what's his name, Zach? Oh, Russ.
Russ.
Come on, Russ.
You working with Jamie here? You're working with Jamie.
Comedian.
Mike P says, thanks, Zach, for helping my grandmother bring in her groceries. Doesn't matter how many times you do it, we appreciate it.
Never a problem.
What a guy. You going to get a haircut before you meet this girl? All right.
Quick, soon. I don't know when.
How short do you get your hair?
Not very short still.
Need to borrow a tie?
Really formal.
We'll let you have Coach Mac's tie that he beat NC State in. You can use that.
No, perfect.
If your first date is at AJ McMurphy's in Greenville, I'll pay for the meal.
Bring him to trivia.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't do that for your first.
I think Delaney's coming to trivia. I don't know if she told you that. She probably didn't. Delaney will probably be making a guest appearance this week.
Will she, though?
Probably not.
Are you sure about that?
She mentioned it, but I doubt it.
So tomorrow we'll find out Delaney's personal life.
Yep,
I'm sure we got a
questions.
bunch of dudes that would be interested if she's looking for a man.
Jamie said he works by himself. He's a very lonely man.
Jamie.
That's sad. Joey says we need a Pirate Radio Bachelor Zach edition. Since a certain Pirate Radio Live employee didn't want to do it. No names. Well, look, if it doesn't work out with Snapchat Girl, then we'll have a full blown Bachelor edition with Zach.
All right, sure.
Well, good luck, Zach. Young love. It's a beautiful thing. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Brian Bailey will join us, and we'll get back to sports. I am way more interested in Zach's love life than sports at the moment. But we'll talk some Pirate baseball, Pirate hoops, and more. Jamie says, let's talk about Chandler's personal life. No.
Don't you dare.
That is
Don't you dare.
Off limits. Chandler, that was the most angry Chandler's ever been at me in real life. He was legitimately mad at me.
Yeah.
I felt bad. Because I don't want him to be mad at me.
We're all good now.
Eric said, is she filled with optimism about the Hornets? If so, she's a keeper.
Did you see Meech's?
She better be.
Boy, I love Meech's.
Did you see Nick Richards drop 20 last night? Oh, my Lord.
If she says she's a big fan of Grant Williams, that's a red flag.
She's seen too much. She's seen too much.
Then leave her now.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Swinging a ball hit hard into right field. This one's deep. It is a home run.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart. And on your way to see the Pirates play this year, be sure to stop by Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard to pick up one of my brand new custom t-shirts. My t-shirts are available now in both youth and adult sizes and only at Shimmer Boutique. Live out of town? No problem. Just message Shimmer on Facebook or Instagram or call the store. Get your new shirt today at Shimmer and I'll see you in the jungle. Go Pirates.
You know what we get to do today? We get to play baseball.
Okay, guys, I've devised a plan to find better home internet. Kids, you scout the web for the best deals. Honey, you monitor our projected data usage.
Or we could avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular's home internet. There's no guesswork, and their internet's faster than ever.
New plan. Ellen, you sign up for U.S. Cellular home internet. Madison, you bring me snacks while I stream the game. Let's do this.
Bundle and save on U.S. Cellular's new and improved home internet. Just $29.99 when bundled with a wireless plan. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it is free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in Eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in Uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs. And you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 a year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Scott says, hey, Clip, what's with the hat? Dallas Stars? If I get you a Hurricanes hat, will you wear it? 7.5? Well, first of all, this hat belonged to former ECU assistant basketball coach Steve Rockefort. I traded him, and I somewhat regret it, but I'm glad Coach Rock has a cool ECU hat. It was like the old school throwback ECU baseball hats with the interlocking E and C, and had the cool old pirate on the back.
The 1961 National Championship hat, I think.
Yeah, and I kind of wish I could make that trade back, but yeah, I got this Astros hat, but sure, I'll rock a Hurricanes hat. I really want a black Hurricanes hat with the logo, and those are hard to find, especially in this style. I've seen some of the one-size-fits-all. Josh Thomas is in the chat. Josh cooked up some amazing lamb.
Oh, so good.
That was really good,
It was
Josh.
really, really good.
Thank you for sharing a few pieces of that with us. All right, let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, BB, Brian Bailey, here on a Monday. Bailey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. I've got a black Hurricane cap with the logo. I like it.
Are you saying you're going to keep it, or are you going to give it to me? Hey, you want to do a trade? I have a Cubs hat. I'll trade you.
Nah, I got enough Cub hats. I like my I only have one Hurricane hat, and that's it.
That's I actually got that hat. It was like a gift from Patrick Mason's parents. I was going to re-gift it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That'd have been kind of bad, right?
Yeah.
Is that bad for him?
Yes.
Sorry, Masons. I'll keep it. Bailey, what a weekend. And but Bailey's like a dang coach. He moves on quickly. He was talking Keith LeClaire Classic. You can't look back, Bailey. You got to look ahead. But that was a great show earlier today, and but also recap the weekend, a special day yesterday at Clark LeClaire Stadium.
It was just so much fun to watch. I mean, back and forth, and it was just, every time you thought, the Pirates were in good shape, Carolina would come back, and then you think Carolina's in good shape, and the Pirates would come back, and it just, there were so many different plot twists. I mean, it was really fun.
And now they got to the old be where your feet are and next game up mentality. Got to get ready for Old Dominion. And you talked about this with Jason Dietrich today, because they've got Loyola Marymount, I think you said, coming up, and they're kind of looking ahead to a big trip here to the East, playing against some good competition. So a lot of these coaches have to reel their guys in and remind them that look, a pitcher, we saw that guy from Queens last year. You never know when a pitcher is going to be on and the bats go cold. You got to take every game like it's the most important game.
Yeah, and it's hard to do. I mean, there's no question about that. But you really, you have to. And you look back to the Campbell loss. I don't think the Pirates came out flat in that game at all. Campbell's just really good. That game could have gone either way. Every game the Pirates have played this year just about could have gone either way, except for the wins over Ryder. But since the Ryder series, and they dominated that Ryder series, but since then, just about every one of the games could have gone either way. They're dog fights, and I think the Pirates are looking forward to playing Campbell again down the road, but they've got a lot of baseball before that. Looking forward to the LeClaire Classic, though, because I think we've got 3 pretty good baseball programs coming in, and they're from all over the nation. I mean, it's really a neat field.
I'm looking forward to see ECU starting pitchers again, Bailey. I mean, the start that they're off to is just incredible, and we'll see if they can keep that going. But Treya Savage throws a gem. Unfortunately, didn't get the win. Zach Root pitched great, and then Jake Hunter might have outdid them both on Sunday.
Yeah, I think that was a big question mark going into Sunday, because we all knew Carolina could hit. How would Jake Hunter handle that? And he really he manhandled the Tar Heels while he was out there. And the bullpen, they've got some work to do with the bullpen, but I think they're still trying to figure out who goes where as far as slots go, and they'll get that thing figured out. But those starting pitchers, I mean, you may not need much of a bullpen if you get that kind of starting pitching, week in and week out.
Yeah, unpopular opinion, Bailey. I'm not concerned about the bullpen. You're not going to see many lineups as good as Campbell in North Carolina, until June. And by that time, these pitchers will get better. Remember what the bullpen did against Ryder? I think we'll see something closer to that than we do these last couple of opponents, because, look, these guys can hit. Look what ECU did against the number 15 bullpen in the country. They hit them all around. So I think our bullpen's going to be fine.
I think so too, and we know some of the the pitchers. We've seen some of those guys and what they can do. So I'm excited about some of the young pitchers too. I think we've seen some some really good signs from those guys. So I think it's an exciting time. Pirates got to take care of business tomorrow and then get set for the Classic this weekend.
What'd you think of the mini fridge, Di Lorenzo, the little bulldog? I don't know if you can call him a Bubba, Bailey, because I don't know if he's got the stature of a Bubba, but man, he looked pretty good out there yesterday.
He could rise to Bubba status in his career, but I thought he did look very good.
Yeah, I know Bailey loves his Bubbas, and good to have one of them out there. Costello looked good at times, the lefty. A lot to be excited about, and to win a game like that it's going to help ECU. It's going to help North Carolina, and to get that regional atmosphere in February is crazy, Bailey. But man, it was again, you almost have to catch your breath and settle back down and get, because the atmosphere at Old Dominion is not going to be like that, like it was yesterday.
No, and the atmosphere won't be like that for the Classic either.
Yeah.
But I think we were all just thrilled to be a part of that thing. And 6,017, the new record crowd at Clark LeClaire, and all the fans that went to Fayetteville and even Chapel Hill for Game 1 Friday night. But that's a lot of baseball fans for those 3 games, and it means a lot to the state. I mean, our state is blessed with some great baseball. I mean, there are some really good teams in this state, and 2 of them we saw this weekend.
Cool. I also had the Conley versus Conley matchup, Mateus versus Williams. That was cool. Mateus got the out. Dixon put a nice barrel on it, but fun to see those types of things too, Bailey, in that game yesterday.
Yeah, Mateus got the win on Friday night, so I mean, he looked good Friday night. He'll be a key part of the Tar Heels bullpen for sure, and yeah, that's good for him. I mean, he was an early commitment to North Carolina. I think that's where he wanted to go all along, and he was recruited by him and pitched pretty well in both games.
Brian Bailey joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. If you want to get a little scouting report and hear from the head coaches of the teams who will be coming in for the Keith LeClaire Classic, make sure you tune into the Brian Bailey Show at 6 o'clock, or you can download it right now. Check it out on YouTube. Great show earlier today. Bailey, I haven't talked much about ECU basketball. Just A disappointing effort on the road at Rice. Second half got away from them, and it turned ugly. And, winners of 3 straight. They had that layoff. You wonder if, if they'd have played that game on Wednesday or Thursday, it would have gone any different. But either way, ugly performance by ECU Saturday.
Yeah, and it's a process, and it's difficult for Coach Schwartz. I mean, I think he's busting it trying to get the thing turned around, and just when you think maybe they're turning a corner, they get a game like the Rice game. But they've got several games still to be played, and you hope to be playing your best basketball when March rolls around, and March gets here on Friday. So we'll see how they fared in the last couple of games, and the Memphis game. Memphis has lost so many games this year. But they have so much talent. That's really a difficult game because Memphis will probably be favored in that game, and it's going to take a good effort from East Carolina to be able to win it. But it's just surprising Memphis has lost the games they have.
Well, now they have won a couple in a row. The team I like, SMU, has lost 2 in a row. South Florida just keeps winning. To see, and they deserve to be ranked. They're 21-5. They're 14-1 in the league, Bailey. And again, we beat them last year in the conference tournament. We beat them multiple times last year. That shows you how quickly you can flip it, but I'll give them all the credit in the world, man. South Florida 14-1. They are in first place, and looks like they're going to win the AAC because Charlotte is 3 games back. FAU 3 games back now in conference play.
And we all thought FAU would be good. Charlotte has been kind of a surprise too, but they've fallen off of late. But there's some exciting basketball to come when they get down to the tournament in Fort Worth, Texas, and, at Dickies Arena. So hopefully the Pirates can fare well down there.
North Carolina in action tonight, taking on Miami. The big story, really nationally, this weekend was not Wake Forest beating Duke, Bailey, but what happened after it with Kyle Filipowski during the court storm. What did you think of that situation?
I hear all the people on TV today saying they should ban court storming and that kind of thing, and I'm against that. I like fans storming the court. I think what they can do, it would take a lot of effort, and it may not be foolproof. But if you get enough security around the court, and just maybe make a couple of announcements and say, look, we've got to get the visiting team off the floor before anything, and then and still one of the home team members could be hurt by but that's the chance you take if you're going to do that. They may end up finally not allowing you to storm a court, but I think that it's part of college basketball. It's some great video, if you will, and I just think there's a way to get the players off safely, and then you can celebrate as you want to.
I'm more surprised we don't see more injuries in baseball dog piles, Bailey. Those can get pretty physical.
I forget what team it was that had the dog pile and somebody got hurt, but that's always a big chance too. But that's they're taking their own chance, and I don't worry about something like that because there's arms and legs flying all over the place. It wouldn't be that much out of the question for somebody to get hurt in a dog pile. Dixon
had a nice headlock on Luke Nowak after, or not Luke Nowak, the Bristol Carter, the freshman, after the hit yesterday. So great Pirate celebration. Bailey, I hope you were watching ECU baseball on Saturday and not Virginia try to make a basket. There was 6-something left in the first half, and they had 6 points.
Well, truth be known, we couldn't watch baseball.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so you were watching Virginia, weren't you?
And unfortunately, I was watching the Cavaliers. They played so well defensively that they should have won that game by 15 points.
Yeah, North Carolina only scored 54 points. Yeah, you're right.
Right, and that's North Carolina. I mean, they've got all kinds of weapons. But the Cavaliers, that's just one thing. Tony Bennett is a great coach. He's got good players, but for whatever reason, it's like they put that uniform on that says Virginia, and it says, well, we're going to play great defense, have a close game, hopefully, and maybe eke one out. And they just could not score. It was tough watching them play. That was a tough game to watch for both teams on Saturday.
Virginia shoots 27%, 2 of 14 from 3, and just an ugly offensive game all around. And North Carolina wins at 54-44. And looking at bracketology right now, Joe Lunardi continues to have Wake Forest on that last team out of the tournament. Virginia, he's got now as one of his last 4 buys, but the ACC getting 4 in, that has been consistent with Joe Lunardi here these last few weeks. We'll see if anybody else can jump up and join those teams. Bailey, with North Carolina, Duke, Virginia, and I guess Clemson would be the 4th, and then Wake Forest, NC State, teams like that. Pitt on the outside looking in right now.
Yeah, and Virginia's got to win some games. They got to go. I think they play Boston College this week, and then go to Duke on Saturday. So that's not going to be easy, And you hope Filipowski's okay to play. Today, John Shire came out and said he wasn't sure if he could practice or not. So. At first they said it was an ankle injury. Now they're saying it's more of a knee. But he did not have an MRI, so it can't be too bad.
Brian Bailey joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Bailey, we getting ready for some high school playoffs in basketball?
Yes, we are. Our first-round play starts tomorrow night all around the area. We've got some really good teams that should go a long way. You think about Farmville Central, their guys, the North Pitt ladies. And if you haven't seen girls basketball at times, it can be a challenge. Some of the teams. But if you haven't seen North Pitt play, they're fun to watch. I mean, I don't care what you say about girls basketball, because they just put on a show. They've got a great freshman out there. They got the great seniors going to state, and Jamaria Jones, and Speller's a freshman. They're just really fun to watch. They're very good.
Hey, look, you just admitted to watching Virginia basketball. Sounds like you'll watch me and Chandler play. It sounds like.
I'd rather watch North Pitt's girls for sure than Virginia basketball, especially on Saturday.
BB, great edition of the Brian Bailey Show. As you talk to the coaches, great to catch up with Coach Dietrich and hear from the other guys. They sound really fired up to come here and play this weekend. It was a good show.
Yeah, I thought Greg Goff from Purdue. I mean, he's been at Campbell. He knows all about Clark LeClaire Stadium. Knows about the history with Keith LeClaire, and even southeastern Louisiana with Barbier. I mean, he kind of says his team's looking forward. They've got 2 midweek games, then they got to come play in 3. So they've got a lot of. I'm not sure what kind of arms they're going to bring to Greenville, but they've got a busy week ahead. Coach Dietrich and company at Cal State Fullerton play Loyola Marymount midweek this week, and then they'll come. They're practicing on Thursday. I think all 3 teams have some practice time on Thursday at Clark LeClaire, and it's kind of a neat deal having the Classic here.
No doubt. We'll see you out there this weekend, Bailey. Enjoyed the chat, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Sounds good. Take it easy.
All right, there he is, BB, Brian Bailey joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Chandler saw the Hornets won last night.
Hornets! Yeah, it's a dominating win. And the other day, we were talking about them beating the Utah Jazz for the first time in 18 years, the first time since 2006, I believe it was. The last time the Hornets went to Utah and won a game. They beat Portland last night, and I guess West Coast trips have not been good to the Charlotte Hornets, because I did see that it's the first time in 16 years that the Hornets have won in Portland. So 5-1 since the trade deadline, and the Hornets are back on track, back in the win column after losing to the Golden State Warriors over the weekend.
Back-to-back games with the Bucks coming up.
Yes. So
got this from a buddy, dude I went to high school with that lives out there. He said his buddy had someone give him courtside tickets to Hornets Blazers, so he had that view last night.
Sweet.
Pretty good view.
Yeah, he got to watch one of the hottest teams in the NBA.
Yeah, if somebody gave me Hornets courtside seats, would I take them right now?
I would hope you say yes.
I would take them and then pass them along to you and Atticus and Zach.
Courtside seats to an NBA game?
Yeah. I got no interest.
You understand, like, courtside seats, you get the courtside seats, and I'm sure they have, like, access to, like, free food, free drinks.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot into that.
But you also got to drive all the way to Charlotte to watch the Hornets play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like going to games that have stakes. Not literal stakes, but figurative stakes. And these Hornets games have 0 stakes right now. They're out of everything.
Not necessarily.
Necessarily.
We got to run at the.
I said I would give them to you. Would that be okay?
I would easily take them.
Okay.
I would say yes. Give them to me.
And I know
you don't want to sit courtside at an NBA game.
You don't mind missing work. I'm a guy that likes to show up to work every day too.
Well, I've done pretty good with not missing work lately.
So our last show was Friday. Were you here?
No, but guess what I was doing? Going to work in Chapel Hill.
Right.
Okay.
My work is here.
Okay.
This is my work.
All right, and my work is going to games on the road.
You don't mind not being here.
Yeah.
I have to be here.
But no, what you said is that you don't mind not showing up to work.
To work here. Let's take a break. We'll come back. This is our Abbott and Costello bit. When we return, you'll hear my chat with Dixon Williams. Jack said, remember when Clip doubted us? It's still, you don't have to remember. It's still happening. Mike P likes games with literal and figurative stakes. Jamie said, Chon arguing over getting courtside seats. I was feet on the wood with Chon earlier this year. Yes, ECU, South Carolina women's basketball.
Yep.
It was a fun experience.
Did that game have stakes?
Yeah. At that time, huge stakes. East Carolina wins that game. They're in the top 25. Are you kidding me? Were you trying to get me with that question? That was a terrible question.
But it's early in the year.
Right. If the Hornets courtside seats were in November, early in the year, it would have stakes. It would be way more important than this game in February when their record, you keep talking about how good they are. Do you want to say what their record is right now?
All right, that is a fact. They are one of the hottest teams in the NBA. They're 5-1 in the last 6 games.
The Hornets right now are 15-42.
Sweet, let's do it. 10 more games and we're in that play-in tournament.
Back with you after this.
Y'all know what I'm talking about now? Here we go.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, he struck him out.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman, and on your way to see the Pirates play this year, be sure to stop by Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard to pick up one of my brand new custom t-shirts. My t-shirts are available now both in youth and adult sizes, only at Shimmer Boutique. Live out of town? No problem. Just message Shimmer on Facebook or Instagram or call the store. Get your new shirt today at Shimmer and I'll see you in the jungle. Go Pirates!
You know what we get to do today? We get to play baseball.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Once you get the meat and cheese for your sub freshly sliced right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to dial-up internet. Am I connecting to space to order Jersey Mike's? Any day now. Okay, it's about to connect. What? Who picked up the phone? Nope. There's no going back once you see it freshly sliced at Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Here today with Tracy Ayers from ENC Pirate Realty, and you guys are more than real estate agents.
Right. We also do homeowners association management, and this is for communities that have a need for professional management. We provide services that include accounting, dues collection, inspections, and maintenance of your community. Protecting your property value is important, and having professional HOA management will protect your investment now and in the future. If you have real estate or HOA management questions, contact us at encpiraterealty.com. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Holt Nailers. Join me for the Holt Nailers Show every week right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
It's good to see you again.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. East Carolina was favored on the road in Chapel Hill Friday. They were underdogs Saturday. And pretty much a pick 'em. By the way, shout out to me, intern Zach. Remember we said I had East Carolina -2.5 at Rice. He said +2.5. And I said, let's meet in the middle, call it a pick 'em. We had a good old-fashioned pick 'em on Saturday, ECU and Rice. You don't see those a lot.
Nope. You don't?
Thank you. Speaking of gambling, big news.
Huge news.
DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps, is coming soon to North Carolina on March 11th. It won't be long until you can bet on same-game parlays, money lines, and props right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. They have all the best features over at DraftKings Sportsbooks, including the odds boost, live betting. You can bet on all kinds of sports, and it is safe, secure, reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and bet on all your favorite sports once we go live on March 11th here in the state of North Carolina. Gambling problem, you can call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. See all the terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC. Sean, I asked you once, I'll ask you again. What is the first legal bet you're going to place?
Probably East Carolina.
East Carolina
to win the College World Series.
I'm going to go East Carolina to win the AAC tournament.
Ooh.
I can get some juicy odds on that. One day before they take the court at Dickies Arena. Now, why did you have a smirk on your face a moment ago?
Because I was hoping nobody noticed, but I had a little malfunction with my hat. And I was like, I wonder if anybody noticed. And Jamie actually did notice. Look at me. It looks like I'm sure.
How do you do it?
I don't know. I went to take my hat off and it fell. And I guess I just got it like that.
You're such a special boy.
Oh, my goodness. Like, look.
And then you try to play it off?
No. But, like, look. Man, I was.
You did play it off. You went with the hair. You messed with your hair a little bit. Yeah, I meant to do that. Oh, that's good. I'm glad Jamie noticed that. All right. Earlier today, I had a chance to talk to Dixon Williams, East Carolina third baseman, and talk about the great weekend and the great win yesterday against the North Carolina Tar Heels. And Shirley, can we hit that right about now?
The Tar Heels.
Oh, thank you. Dixon, yesterday I was thinking, is this a top 5 game at Clark LeClaire Stadium all time? And I think so. You've been around here a while, so you've witnessed a few. But how about playing in that game? Did you feel like you were in a classic?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm sitting back after the game and just thinking about it. I was like, that is by far the craziest game I think I've ever been a part of. It was just a heavyweight boxing fight. We were both going back and forth, and I was just like, man, it didn't seem like anybody was going to take away the game at any point.
Felt like whoever was home was going to win to me, and glad you guys.
Yeah, exactly. We finally got the home court advantage. I think we lost the coin toss on Saturday. And Friday, they obviously get to be the home team, so it was definitely nice to be home and have the Pirate fans behind us.
Good deal, and man, great way to cap off a fantastic weekend. A lot of people saw some live baseball in Chapel Hill. Fayetteville, I understand, was an awesome crowd too. And then yesterday, and Dixon being at Conley, you've played in some big games and big crowds, but anything to compare with yesterday?
No, not at all. This weekend was just the craziest three game stretch, really. I mean, I think we had 6,000 at every single game. Maybe Carolina was a little bit less, but the attendance was crazy at every game, and it was awesome.
I posted a picture yesterday of you and Matthew Mateus, your old Conley teammate, here in the Pirate Radio studios from years ago, and was hoping we would get that matchup. I guess Friday he went in, right? And
yeah, he went in right after I had gotten out the inning previous, and then he came out in the 8th, and then the 9th is when I ended up hitting again. So I missed him by inning.
And then you got him on Sunday and made some contact. You got the out, but what was that like when you're up there facing your old buddy?
Yeah, it was cool. I was sitting on deck. I was like, all right, I should probably acknowledge him, like give him a little smile, and then I got in the box and completely forgot about it. So it was no hard feelings there, but I think it was an awesome matchup, and I'd say it was a win-win. I mean, I know he won a little bit more, but caught a good barrel, so we'll take it. You did. And we're able to close the game out on Saturday. How about the play to end it in Fayetteville? Yeah, the dude hit one down the line, foul, and then I was like, we pretty much called the same pitch. I was like, he's probably going to hit it pretty close right here again, and sure enough, he did, and just was trying to keep it in front. Definitely didn't want it going down the line, so glad to make the catch. Hope to talk to DB later this week. I think he's going to drop by, but gave up the bomb, and it was indeed a bomb. I actually texted with Danny Friday night and told him that Tom Brady threw 212 interceptions. I said, Danny, Tom Brady threw 212 interceptions, and people think he's the greatest ever. So just think about that. And I said, can't wait to see you bounce back. His number gets called the next day in a high pressure situation and able to get the out. But I mean, that's the story of you guys. That's being an athlete, right? You gotta come back, be ready. No, 100%. That's just baseball. I mean, you're gonna fail a lot of times, and when your name's called again, you're ready to go. And we have full faith in Danny Beal every time he comes out of the pen. And that goes for everybody in this bullpen. I'm telling people to kind of chill out on the bullpen. I don't think you're going to see as many lineups as good as Campbell and North Carolina the rest of the way. So I'm excited to see this young bullpen, and then with Danny and Wyatt, the upperclassmen guys. I think it's going to be fine as we go throughout the year. Saw the DiLorenzo kid come in, look pretty good yesterday. Yeah, he's had a great fall, and I don't think you should be the first to jump on the bullpen. I think that's a tough weekend to come in, and it's hard to follow up the starters as obviously they were very dominant. So you don't see that very often. So I think the bullpen's fine, and luckily everybody got a taste of that top 10, top 15 matchup. So. And look at what you guys did against the top 15 bullpen. You face tough hitters. It doesn't matter who you got throwing. Man, it almost felt like Trey went out there Friday and was like, all right, this is what I got. What you going to do? And then Zach Root comes out Saturday and almost one-ups him. And then Jake Hunter comes out and one-ups. I mean, it was incredible. It's unreal. I was playing defense, and I was like, it's
you're just sitting out there like, this is nuts. Like, these guys are just dominating. And we're very fortunate to have those 3 guys in the starting rotation. They do a great job every time they go out. And it's really the pace, honestly. Like, you're sitting out there, you're 10-minute innings, really less than that, honestly, at times. They're really quick, really efficient, but yeah, like I said, very fortunate to have those guys.
Get in and get out. Talking to Dixon Williams, Pirates coming off a series victory over North Carolina. Dixon, what was you talk about dealing with failure, and that's baseball, and you got to bounce right back. After 2 straight losses, one to Campbell and then one to North Carolina, like, is there any kind of, I don't know, team meeting, or you guys talk, or you just business as usual for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of thought process behind it, because we're sitting there like, hey guys, we're a really, really good team. We lost by 1 run, and really, when you go back and look at it, it was all like we were hurting ourselves, giving away free 90s. Obviously in the Carolina game, we have some sun problems. We hit a lot of balls hard, just right at guys. And so you just kind of look at it like, hey, we got to keep executing, and we got to really hone in on the small details to get us over that 1-run hump.
And came back on Saturday, and bats got going, and of course you got that great pitching from Root, and picked up the win there. Old Dominion coming up next for you guys, and a little midweek trip here, just like you had last Tuesday. You ready for that one coming up on Tuesday?
Yeah, very ready. I think the guys are ready to go, and we know that every game's important, so that way we can have that atmosphere we had yesterday late in the season.
Exactly. You want to get those games here in Greenville postseason rather than in Charlottesville or another destination. And then the Keith LeClaire Classic coming up this weekend. Being a Pirate, wearing that uniform, and being able to wear that 23, Dixon, for the LeClaire Classic. What does that mean to you as a player?
Yeah, it's always a special time of the year, and we get to bring out those jerseys, and everybody's just excited for it. No school, so that's very exciting. And then no school in baseball, so.
Does it give you a regional preview feel playing different teams like that rather than one team all series?
I think so, because you just got to get used to different play styles, especially with Purdue, and then we got some West Coast teams over there. Like, not everybody plays the same, and we just got to get used to that.
Do you have a preference? Would you rather see the same team 3 times, or do you like mixing it up like this?
I like playing different opponents. I think it's cool when you face teams that you've never played before. I honestly like going new places too when we travel. I'm not opposed to it. I enjoy playing different people.
It's going to be a fun weekend. Really looking forward to Saturday. Cal State Fullerton, a traditional baseball powerhouse, and was in a regional last year. And, of course, Jason Dietrich, former ECU pitching coach, will be here. As the skipper for the Titans coming up on a Saturday. They got Purdue Friday at 4:30, Cal State Fullerton Saturday at 3:30, and then 1 o'clock-ish. Of course, there's a game before all these, so times could move around a little bit, but 1 o'clock against Southeastern Louisiana on Sunday. So what is a Monday like coming off the dramatic kind of you put a lot into what went down this weekend. So what's your Monday like as a player?
Yeah, it's tough when you got a Tuesday game because you still need to get your stuff done and get ready for the next game, but you also got to give your body a little bit of rest too. So today we'll be kind of resting, get a lift in, and get some swings in. That way we're sharp and ready to go tomorrow.
Dixon, do you go back and watch the game? Like, we got all these highlights and stuff on Pirate Radio, and the fans are retweeting and posting, so it lasts forever. Do you go home and watch some of this stuff? Do you get away from it? What do you do after a game?
I'm more of a highlights guy, so I'll watch the YouTube, the Wheels guy or whoever it is. Sometimes I'll go back and watch it on ESPN it's cool to see, but I wouldn't say on social media as much.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'll check it out, but like you said, there's so much. You can't even scroll through it all. There's so much up there.
And how much do you watch what you did specifically in the batter's box? Is my swing right? How much do you watch those things?
More importantly, if it's something like that I need to get better on, or something I need to fix. Because all our good swings and stuff like that, they'll post. We have like a little kind of folder for all that stuff, and all those videos are in there, so I can just go back and watch that whenever. So more so the stuff I could have done, and just seeing how I could have, done better in that situation.
Is there's like a balance between critiquing you and also letting you go out there and play. So, like, does Palumbo kind of give you notes on stuff game to game, or what are those conversations like when it comes to the defense?
Yeah, if situations arise, he'll send them to us, kind of talk us through it, and we'll have the video to see, and he'll be like, "You should have done this here," and kind of explain it for us. So when it happens again, because usually it does, we'll be prepared for it.
You feel? How do you feel about your defense so far, playing third for the first time for ECU?
Yeah, it's been good. I'm starting to get a little comfortable over there and get my feet under me and play in front of home too. But also figuring out different places. You just gotta be ready for anything really. And guys hit the ball hard down there, like Vance did yesterday.
Yeah, the hot corner. Great tweet by Palumbo earlier today. Might have been yesterday. I guess. Starling got left hanging from Barini and had to give himself a high five, and Palumbo said, "Need to work on our middle infield culture."
Yeah, I can't tell if he's joking or being for real.
I'm assuming it's a joke.
He could be. You never know with Coach B, honestly. He could be joking. I don't know. He'll probably mention something today at the field.
Another great Commanders fan, by the way. We were talking about Parker Bird earlier.
Really?
Jeff Palumbo, Commanders fan.
Wow.
See, that just means he's loyal and...
Yeah, he supports the close team, like I said,
and not easy to be a Commanders fan these days.
He's from Maryland, right?
VA, Maryland, one of those. So he got it on us. Yeah. Dixon Williams joining us, Pirate Radio Studios, East Carolina, getting ready for Old Dominion. By the way, there will be another restock at Shimmer for the shirts, and I understand the Dixon Williams Welcome to the Jungle shirt's doing pretty well.
That's what I've heard. So. Yeah.
Keep it up. Is that cool? Have you been out in public or anything and seen your shirt? Yeah.
I have. I'm guessing there was probably some this weekend. I didn't take the time to look. But I haven't seen one just somebody walking up to me have it on, but that'd be really cool.
Yeah. What's it like, Dick? I mean, you're not that far removed from being a kid yourself, and now you got kids coming up to you. What's that like?
Yeah, it's very cool. Me and Parker were talking about it the other day in the locker room. We know we were those kids at one point in time, just looking up to get older guys playing college ball, just having fun. So anytime I can make their day or talk to them, talk to their family, it makes my day as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I also signed my first shoe the other day, so that's interesting.
Sweet. How's the autograph? Is it good? You need to work on it?
I got a long autograph. I need to figure out how to short it up.
And it seems conceited to sit there and practice your autograph, but I think as a ball player and one as good as you are, you might need to practice it at home,
Yeah, that I could look into that, but when we do those posters, that's when I get my practice.
Oh, true.
That's kind of our practice reps.
Not to embarrass you, I saw your parents before a game recently, and I know your dad a little bit, but I talked to your mom for the first time, and she said, "Thank you for getting some words out of my son, getting him to talk a little bit."
Yeah, she told me about that encounter.
I said he's a great kid, and he's starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I told her you make it easy.
Yeah, hey, we try. We try to have fun and talk to you guys as people and not baseball playing robots. So
right.
It's fun. All right, Dixon. So a big week ahead, Keith LeClaire Classic, but before that, Old Dominion, and then next week, not to look too far ahead, but your first 5-game week, because you'll play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So a lot of baseball coming up next week. Do you like kind of staying in? How many days off do you need a week to feel good?
Really,
you're down for whatever.
One's fine.
Yeah.
We'll keep playing. It gets us in the groove. So those 5-game weeks are really fun. I remember that last year. It was a cool stretch. And like I said, no school, so you just play baseball.
That's
get to have fun.
That's a good life right there.
It is.
Dixon, best of luck, man. Keep up the good work, and looking forward to seeing what you guys can do tomorrow. And we'll see you back at home this weekend.
All right. Thank y'all.
There is Dixon Williams, East Carolina third baseman, joined us earlier inside the Pirate Radio Studios. We'll talk to Jacob Jenkins Coward live coming up in hour number 3 of today's show. Kenny had a question about how disappointed was Dixon when they walked him to load the bases to get the force at any base, and then Bristol Carter hits the game winner. We actually talked about that off the air. Kenny should have brought it up with him on the air. Great question. But he said, he was bummed, but kind of knew it was coming, and also obviously just wanted to get the W. So Bristol Carter was the hero with the walk-off hit. Awesome for the freshman. And we'll talk to JC about that final inning when he joins us coming up in hour number 3. Let's take a break. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. When we return, something special. Oh, by the way, I cut my hair during that interview. How's it look? I need to clean up a few things in the back.
You're a stunning young man, sir.
But yeah, it feels a little cooler on the head. So when we return, Pirate Radio taste test. For the first time ever, I'll be eating zucchini bread. Have you ever had zucchini bread, Sean? For the first time ever, Sean will be trying zucchini bread. Shirley, are you joining us?
Yes.
All right, Alex answers for Shirley. Alex's significant other heard that we had not tried zucchini bread. She made us a freaking zucchini bread. And it looks, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 on looks.
If that's all it takes, I really hate lemon cake.
Huh? Oh, I see what you're saying. You know, Alex, I've never ate lasagna in my entire life. Somebody want to bring one in? No, I legitimately have not had zucchini bread, so I'm anxious to try it. And we will do that when we return after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Pirate fans, the 2024 ECU football season will be here before you know it, and season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your season tickets to be a part of the Dowdy-Ficklin experience all year long. Season tickets start as low as $115. Payment plans are also available to fans who lock in their seats early. Just head to ECUPirates.com or call the Athletic Ticket Office at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. We look forward to seeing you in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in 2024.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps, is coming soon to North Carolina on March 11th. It won't be long until you can bet on same-game parlays, money lines, and props right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook has the best features, including odds boost and live betting. They also have social betting groups where you can share your bets with friends in real time. You can bet on all kinds of sports, including college basketball, hockey, and so much more. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and bet on your favorite sports once we go live. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. Coming to North Carolina on March 11th. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements. See terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Last ECU home football game, dag darn if David Price didn't walk up to section 213 and give me a box of popcorn.
He's a good man.
Well, he's smart. He knew I'd mention it on the show and give him a free plug for David Price Construction.
That is true.
So he's nice and smart. But thank you, DP. I appreciate that.
And thank you for your sponsorship of the Countdown to Kickoff.
Yes, sir. And we are less than a day away from ECU baseball.
Yes.
East Carolina and Old Dominion.
And getting closer to spring football, which we'll talk about.
With Blake Harrell coming up in a moment. But right now, we'll talk about zucchini bread.
Zucchini!
So Addison, lady friend of Alex Harper, made a zucchini bread for us to try. Once again, 5 out of 5 on looks. Now that it's cut up, I can tell that it's moist. I'm going to touch it. I'm going to go ahead and touch it. But if from far away, it kind of looks like meatloaf. But it is very moist, so great texture. Oh, how's the smell test, Chandler?
10 out of 10.
I just don't get why you would put zucchini in this. Like it smells and looks like such a great treat. What is the point of the zucchini?
I do not know.
Where does it? I mean,
no clue.
Okay.
Text Addison and ask her.
Well, she didn't create it, Chandler. She just made it from a recipe.
Maybe she knows though, because she's a zucchini bread maker.
I'm ready to try this. Shirley, are you going to try it?
Alex says I have to, and I can tell you that I really, really do not want to do this.
I love the nuts as well.
Oh, I don't have any nuts on mine.
Really?
I have plenty of nuts over here.
I have a piece with nuts. I recommend you try
I'm nutless right
now.
Go
get a nutty piece.
Go get a nutty piece because here, you can have my nuts. The nuts on that one.
What are these, walnuts?
That's what it looks like.
That's got a lot of nuts on it.
I know I'm going to try this.
I know
I'm going to like this.
I am violating my own rule here.
What?
That if it looks funny, smells funny, if I can't pronounce it or spell it, I ain't eating it.
It doesn't look funny, and it doesn't smell funny.
I don't think it marks any of those boxes with all due respect.
I can't spell zucchini.
Oh, you got a point
That's
there.
That's valid. I can't either.
All right, you got a point. All right, I'm ready to try it.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this at all.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, son of a...
I mean, it's good. It's really good. I just don't understand the zucchini part.
Shirley's not a fan.
That's crazy. This is really good. I mean, it reminds me of banana bread. Like, it tastes like a banana bread to me. Yeah, it reminds me of that, too. Like a pumpkin bread.
And that's a bad thing? That it tastes like pumpkin?
No, everybody
not cooked pumpkin.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but Shirley's is wrong.
I am very picky about my food. Anybody that knows me, the fact that I even did this, my friends would probably freak out that I did it.
Well, Alex should appreciate that.
Yeah, because I don't do that.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Oh, that is just.
This is great.
Oh.
Jamie said the freaking lip smacking on Mike, nails on a chalkboard. Turn off your radio then, Jamie. What do I care?
Shirley just cut his mic.
Oh, man. That is good stuff. 5 out of 5.
You're right that I don't taste the zucchini.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
5 out of 5.
But it tastes like pumpkin.
I don't.
And that's a taste that I'm not.
I don't understand the zucchini part, but it's fine. It's 5 out of 5.
I don't either.
What do you got, Chandler?
He hadn't said a word, so he must like it.
You're on your second piece, so I'm assuming you like it.
I mean, yeah, I like it, but I don't understand the zucchini part. I know that's
there's
what
little piece of green things in there. So I would guess that would be the zucchini.
It's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious.
Let me see how the crumbs taste. Wow. Even the crumbs taste good.
Tell Addison that is tremendous. Does she bake you a lot of goodies? We got to take a break.
She's a really good baker.
Man.
She does like to bake. She baked me a cookie cake for my birthday.
Oh,
phenomenal.
You couldn't have brought that in?
When's the next cake occasion? We can get on
tomorrow. We're celebrating something.
Yeah, any
Wes's
day is
birthday.
Any day is a cake occasion.
Yeah, that's good. That's
oh, man. You know what we should do? Oh, we should have a cooking competition with the interns. That should be one of our contests.
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, but something that I can eat.
I make really good meatloaf.
No, I don't do meatloaf.
Well, come on. Do you like hamburgers?
Yes, of course.
You like meatloaf, okay?
Don't like meatloaf. Never ate it. My mother used to make it all the time. I wouldn't touch it.
Mike P says, what soup goes with this type of bread? Maybe P-Mace can bring some in later this week. We'll have a, what do you call it, Shirley? Potluck?
Yeah, potluck.
We'll have a potluck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, when we return, Blake Harrell, East Carolina defensive coordinator, joins us. Jacob Jenkins-Cowart later on in the show as well. I'm going to go have more zucchini bread. Back with you after this.
Jamie.
Swinging a ball hit hard into right field. This one's deep. It is a home run.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and on your way to see the Pirates play this year, be sure to stop by Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard to pick up one of my brand new custom t-shirts. My t-shirts are available now in both youth and adult sizes, and only at Shimmer Boutique. Live out of town? No problem. Just message Shimmer on Facebook or Instagram, or call the store. Get your new shirt today at Shimmer, and I'll see you in the jungle. Go Pirates.
Okay guys, I've devised a plan to find better home internet. Kids, you scout the web for the best deals. Honey, you monitor our projected data usage.
Or we could avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular's home internet. There's no guesswork, and their internet's faster than ever.
New plan. Ellen, you sign up for U.S. Cellular home internet. Madison, you bring me snacks while I stream the game. Let's do this.
Bundle and save on U.S. Cellular's new and improved home internet. Just $29.99 when bundled with a wireless plan. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it is free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
So try our newest cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza, made with a blend of ricotta and mozzarella, hand stuffed into that Papa John's fresh, never frozen original dough. Get it for a limited time only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Love is in the air at your CBD store. Get a free 5-day starter pack with any purchase over $60. Just mention Love Month. Be sure to try their THCA flower, pre-rolls, and Delta 8 Mike Tyson ear-shaped gummies. Did you know their gummies are #1 in the world? If you are struggling with sleep, anxiety, or pain, the CBD specialist at your CBD store can help. Their unique boutique also carries pet products, gifts, jewelry, and more. Visit your CBD store for Love Month. Located at 420 East Arlington Boulevard, open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7. Go Pirates!
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Okay, honey, did you get those things done that I asked you to do?
Yes, dear.
Really? You cleaned the gutters?
Yes, dear.
And replaced our HVAC system?
Yes, dear. Doing it right now.
Really?
I called Delcor. They got us a brand new HVAC unit for just $120 a month. And for only $30 more a month, we got the Delcor service plan that covers preventative maintenance and repairs for 10 years.
Go to DelcorInc.com for a new HVAC system from Trane. It's hard to stop a Trane. Delcor, the service professionals.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, an airplane. Benny Bruce is not afraid.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville and online at carolinacalibercompany.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, I'm feeling good. Just had another round of zucchini bread from Alex Harper's girlfriend, Addison. That was fantastic. So I'm ready to go for this final hour, and we will talk some Pirate football and some Pirate baseball coming up a little later on. Jacob Jenkins-Cowart will join us in the Pirate Radio studios, coming off a series win over North Carolina. Right now, joining us in the Pirate Radio studios, East Carolina defensive coordinator Blake Harrell is here to talk some Pirate football. Coach, how you doing, man?
Doing well. Appreciate you guys having me on.
You are welcome to have a bite of zucchini bread if you choose to do so.
Might have to.
Get some on the way out. That's good stuff. I don't know, Alex, would that help your standing on the football team if he likes it, or could it hurt your standing if he dislikes it?
No.
Either way, it's not going to affect you. Coach, great to have you here in studio. And first of all, it's great to have you here in Greenville. Every offseason now, I start to worry, will Blake Harrell still be here? Because your defenses have played great, and teams notice that and reach out to you. So I don't know, any chatter this offseason, and how did you end up back here as the defensive coordinator?
We are proud to be Pirates and just excited to be here and excited to be Greenville. And I keep telling people it's a really good fit for my family and I. We feel really comfortable here. Our kids have friends here, and we kind of rooted here now. So to be back and be with Coach Houston again for another year and be around our players and our staff, just super excited about that and excited to get going in 2024.
I took my daughter to a postseason volleyball game, and your family was in front of me, and I see you out there at sporting events. Y'all really make the most of it and get out there. That's really cool to see.
We do. They enjoy getting out there and going to different events. They're all three playing softball right now, all three of my daughters, so they love going to softball games. Our softball team's doing really well right now. And we were at the baseball game yesterday, me and my wife, and had a good time out there.
How about that atmosphere? When I pulled in, it felt like, there was tailgating, there was cornhole, and all kinds. It felt like a football game at Clark LeClaire. It was great.
Yeah, every time I talk to somebody about East Carolina, I tell you what makes this place special is the people and that atmosphere that they had yesterday going, and the way our baseball team played. What a special place.
All right, Coach, coming off of last season and had a chance to talk to Jack Powers and Jeremy, kind of a couple of the leaders about, how do y'all kind of stay in it? Your defense is playing so well. You're playing good enough to win and just not quite getting enough points on the other side. And they're like, hey, all we do is control what we control, focus on what we can focus on. And they had the right mindset. I talked to Coach Houston about it, that, you can lose some locker rooms when things are going on like that. Yours seem to be all together, and it says a lot about the coaches, says a lot about the players as well. But how difficult was last season from that aspect, where your guys really did do their part and the wins just didn't show up?
Hats off to those older guys like Jeremy Lewis and Julius Wood and Jack Powers, who going their last time through it. I think sometimes when you go through a season like that and you're a younger guy, you're like, well, I always got the following year, I got some time down the road. But when you're an older guy, that can be really frustrating. I think they did a really good job of exactly what you said, controlling the controllables, focus on what was in front of them, not focus on the past, and just trying to find a way to win a game or make a play to help our team win a game. And that's what we always talk about in the defensive room, is it takes all of us. It takes all of us pulling in the same direction, staying together, pulling together. And if we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance to win.
Yeah, just great performances on the field last year. And when I was talking to Coach Houston, we focused so much this offseason about the offense. It's not guaranteed your defense is going to go out there and be good. You got to keep working and keep bringing in guys. So, Coach, what returners are you excited about? And then who are some of the newcomers you're excited about on this roster?
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. And I think one thing we've been able to do defensively is play some depth guys over the last couple of years. We'll play, 19 to 22 guys. And some of that's just building depth. So when you have a guy leave to graduation or a guy move on, you've got some guys who have played. So, our front is really exciting. Chad Stevens, J.D. Lampley, Elijah Morris, Surad Ware, Deontay Johnson, CJ, all those guys up front are really excited about. Sam Danka is going to be a guy there, outside backer that was really behind Jeremy and Jack Powers. That's going to kind of be a guy. So all those guys are back. Really excited about them. Thank God Siobhan Revel's back. He makes us all a better coach every day. But then we got some guys that, as you said, as you mentioned, that kind of joined our program, and I think are doing a good job of fitting in and kind of learning the system and showing that they may be a guy we can count on. Drew Wilson-Lamp from West Virginia is a corner that is going to look like Siobhan, has that length, has that speed. Really excited about him. Day-Day Wilson at linebacker, fired up about him. Raheem Craig is going to play our outside backer, and he's shown some twitch and able to do some things there from an outside backer spot that I think could be really helping us.
Did you see your guys dancing at the basketball game, Coach?
I did. We actually put that on the in our meeting room. I red dotted all of them. So a green dot's like, hey, you're doing something good. A red dot, like I say, hey, you guys got to work on your dance moves.
Well, my dad and I were trying to figure out who one of the guys that did the flips was. The Lamp kid.
That was him.
That was pretty impressive.
Yep.
Welcome to Pirate Nation. A nice flip.
That was. I said, hey, why don't we get a few picks and you do that flip again?
There you go, man. That D line you just rattled off. Some great names, and great to have those guys back. And it all starts there. And Coach, it might have been your first year here. It might have been even the year before you came. I just remember East Carolina loaded up on D line in recruiting and almost said, look, we might miss on a couple, but we're going to hit on a few of these, and we're going to start here. And that has paid off here all these years later. That is a major strength.
It has. That was the same year I came in. I came in with all those guys in 2020, and we all got here up before the pandemic started. And, those guys, our program and our culture and what they're right in the center in front of it, and they kind of lead the way defensively for us.
You can ask a question if you want to get one in on YouTube, Facebook. Jamie says, I don't really have any questions because I know the defense is good to go. He said, hopefully the players have bought in 100% to Coach Harrell. I know that's for a fact, talking to the guys, that you have a great, I think, line of communication with the guys, Coach, from what I understand, and they trust you, and you put your trust into them.
Yeah, and I think what we got to be careful of, and we talked about this, I think we were 37th in the nation in total defense and scoring defense, which, a lot of places that we satisfied and complacent with that. We got to make sure we're not sitting back. I think we learned that more than anything from last season, is we got to go attack. We got to make sure we're working harder than ever, and I think that our guys are. They don't care about what we're ranked in the nation defensively. They care about wins and losses. They don't want to see 2 wins ever again. They want to go get wins and put W's on the board. So they're working their tails off to make sure that happens, and we as coaches are as well.
And one thing Coach Houston said multiple times when we talked to him last week, he wants that same aggressiveness that your guys show up with every day at practice to come from the offense and really make those practices a battle. So I can't wait to the spring and hear you and John David Baker going back and forth and the players going back and forth. But it sounds like you guys have kind of set the tone, set the tempo. Now this offense needs to match that this offseason.
Yeah, I remember when I first came in, Holton Ahlers, he made you better every day.
Right.
And I'm excited about that for our offense. I think whether you're in a position room, you're at within your job at work, if you've got competition, it forces you to be better.
Right.
If that's 2 corners going at it to see who's going to be the starter, it forces them to raise their game and be better. If we're in the real world and we're in sales and you're doing a pretty good job, it's going to force me to go out there and sell a little bit more. I think same thing offensively, defensively.
Yeah.
If we're doing a really good job defensively, I think our offense has to raise their game and vice versa. So excited about it this spring.
That's a good point. I mean, there were days probably where Donnie and Holton and those guys were taking it to you.
There's no question.
And great to have John David Baker in. We'll miss Donnie personally, just 'cause he's such a great dude. And I know you spoke about that after the news that, they don't really come better than Donnie Kirkpatrick, the man.
He's good people, him and his wife both. And he was really good to me, and him and Misty was as well. He was good to my wife. And, we appreciate everything he did for us.
How about JDB? What have you seen from him early on? What do you like about him?
Just excited about the way he's got that offense. Those players, excited to take the field for him and the things he's bringing to our offense. And we had a few workouts and just the pace they go out about their business. I think the defense is going to force us to have some urgency about some things we do. So I'm excited about that.
And one new member, I believe, actually a couple now, but one new member on the defensive staff is a Pirate legend, Damon Magazoo, who folks were really excited to have back, and he's done a great job as a young coach and now comes back to take over in the defensive backfield. How about Coach Magazoo, and how you getting along with him so far?
Fired up about Coach Mag.
Yeah.
He fits in right away, just like we all knew he would. And he's a Pirate through and through and cares so much about this place. And I think when the interview process was going on, I told him, I said, hey, we always show your highlight, with the pick at NC State. So if you'll get your players to make those same type of highlights, then I think you'll be a pretty good coach.
Yeah, no doubt. And man, he has been he was a great player here. He was one of those we use the coach on the field terms. Even when he was here, his dad coached in the NFL, of course, so seems to be a fit. And then you had to add a coach recently, right, with the Tim Doust exit.
Yeah, so Coach Doust, can't say enough awesome things about him, and just not only the type of coach he was, but the type of man he is, and a family man and husband and dad. But it's sad to see him go. But I think anytime you lose coaches or somebody thinks enough of your program or what that individual has done, and kind of take them, I think that's a compliment to your success here. But really fired up about Rico Zachary and just what he could be in our program. I've worked at him at Kennesaw State, and he fits that same mold as Coach Doust. So super excited to get him here. I think last time we coached together, his defensive end and his outside backer were both all conference. So I said, we expect that too. So just bring that to us. And he's got a really good room there.
Speaking of Kennesaw State, Austin on YouTube said, been an ECU fan his whole life, was raised an ECU kid. being the son of a grad, but Kennesaw State is his alma mater, and he knew of Blake Harrell before Blake Harrell came to East Carolina. So some KSU ties there.
The Owls.
Yeah. And by the way, their basketball coach, which I remember last year, I think I sent you a message like Kennesaw State going to the tournament.
Yeah.
Well, now South Florida brought in their coach, Abdur Rahim, and they are first place in basketball.
I saw that. I didn't realize that's where he landed. But
yeah.
Well, good for him.
I mean, they came here and whooped us in Minges. They are playing awesome. So Kennesaw State, they're D1 now, right?
Yeah, so they're in football. They just made the transition from FCS, and they'll be in Conference USA next year. So. And you have the transition sometimes can go, so we'll be excited to see them, and I'm sure they're excited to go ahead and make that jump and go from there.
I've seen a lot. So, Coach, just curious, did you ever play the video game? I mean, you're a real life coach. Did you ever play college football?
Heck yeah, I played that way more than Madden.
Create your dynasty.
Oh, you create your dynasty. You can run on whatever offense you want and do some different things. But I was way more into that than I was Madden for sure.
Well, that's interesting. What offense did a defensive coordinator run? What was your offense on the game?
It was mostly run the football.
It was just power.
Yeah, run less plays on defense, right? But no, so Coach and we were young coaches back then. We're talking 15 years ago. And Coach Tesh always would run the triple option. It didn't matter. He'd go get Oregon's offense and run the triple option. Yeah.
Good stuff. That game is coming back. I've seen a lot of people say they're going to take Kennesaw State and take them to the promised land in college football. So looking forward to that this summer. Let's take a break. We'll come back more with Coach Harrell. If you got a question, you can get it in on Facebook, YouTube, or X. We'll be back with the defensive coordinator of the Pirates when we return after this.
Takes an airplane, Benny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself, turn across, set its own needs, tell me, send me wrong, beat it up and not.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and on your way to see the Pirates play this year, be sure to stop by Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard to pick up one of my brand new custom t-shirts. My t-shirts are available now in both youth and adult sizes and only at Shimmer Boutique. Live out of town? No problem. Just message Shimmer on Facebook or Instagram or call the store. Get your new shirt today at Shimmer and I'll see you in the jungle. Go Pirates.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Hey O's fans, secure your 2024 Birdland membership now and receive an exclusive members-only Gunnar Henderson AL Rookie of the Year bobblehead. This exclusive gift comes with the purchase of any membership plan. Choose from reserved and flex options to get the plan that's right for you. Enjoy up to 30% off at concession stands and merch at Camden Yards team stores, plus Birdland rewards and more. Buy your membership today at Orioles.com/membership.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Jamie says, I've heard Mike McDaniel talk about it. Madden and those games help kids who turn into players and coaches learn football schemes at an early age. And I have hypothesized, I don't think it's coincidence that all these young coaches from the video game era are coaching now, and you see more people going for it and doing things that we didn't traditionally see in football. You think there's any correlation there, Coach?
I don't know. Possibly. I do think, though, some of our guys, just that is the way they don't watch as much football as maybe we did back in the day, but they play more video football games, and that's kind of where they learn some of their terminology and football IQ from, which is fine.
Coach, I always hear that coaches take things from what they've learned and then add their own wrinkles. So who are your kind of mentors and guys you really looked up to and learned from in the coaching game?
Yeah, I think you do that every year. You've kind of evaluate what you've done. Hey, how can we add some few wrinkles here and there, and how can we be better and for the following season? And some of that's just been, with our staff, the way we've been together over the years, and just coming up with new thoughts in the office, just sitting around and with Coach Houston in there and Coach Tesh in there and other guys, and just going bouncing things back and forth, and how we could adjust it to be better. Early on, Jeff Collins was a guy that coached me in high school. And just stayed in contact with him over the years. I think he's at the University of North Carolina now. But he's had some really good defense over the years when he was at Florida, places like that. Alex Grinch was kind enough to meet me at one time. A guy that GA'd for us at one time is now at Ohio State, Matt Guerrero. So you have like mentors and friends that you get on the phone and talk ball with, across the country, that whether they're DCs or head coaches, and just kind of, hey, how are you guys defending this? How are y'all doing this? And maybe you take something from them and make it your own, or at least it gives you a different viewpoint, different perspective as well.
I guess those friendships are easier when you're non-conference, right? Like
that's correct.
Yeah,
me and Brian Newberry, we'll talk, but very rarely do we talk football. It's mostly just, how's the family doing type thing. It's hard to talk about how we're defending each other or SMU or whoever it may be.
Well, Navy, man, you guys did a great job against that option attack, and now with Army coming into the league, from what I understand, it's a little bit different, right? But how does Navy and Army differ?
They all say they're different. So, but I think there will be some aspects that are similar.
Yeah.
They're all going to run the dive, and you'll see them under center at times, and you'll see them with little slot backs in there. But I think Coach Drew Cronick, compared to what Cody Worley has done, it will be a little bit different. Drew Cronick, we actually went against him when I was at the Citadel. He was at Furman, and then Cody Worley was on that Kennesaw State staff as well. So very familiar with both those offensive coordinators.
Mike P. is a lacrosse guy. Loves bringing up lacrosse. He said ECU has a club men's lacrosse team. Do coaches scout any of those guys as walk-ons?
We never have, But I tell you what, when I was a Division II coach, we had these two linebackers. They were twins, and part of the reason we got them to come to Lenore Ryan was we had a lacrosse team, so they got to play lacrosse and football. And for the first time, being in the South, you don't grow up watching lacrosse.
Right.
I went out there and watched them. It was pretty physical, and I enjoyed watching them get after it.
You mentioned your playing days. What position did you play, Coach?
I was all over. I was going to say I guarded the water bucket. But defensively, like an outside backer. And offensively, I played some quarterback, started a few games there, played some running back, played some receivers, so it's just kind of bouncing around.
Coach Greg Hudson, former ECU defensive coordinator, joins us on Thursdays, and he has been a defensive coordinator, a linebackers coach. He coached the O-line back in the day and said he enjoyed that to kind of learn from a defensive perspective what the O-line's doing. So have you coached offense at all in your career?
So my very first job, I was the JV high school offensive coordinator.
Okay.
And that back in those days, we only had 3 coaches. So, on defense, you had to coach the whole back end. Offense, you had to coach all the skill guys. So, and I got to call the plays on the offense, which is pretty, one of the reasons I got into this thing. Was
run left, run right.
Yeah, it was pretty simple back then. That was 1997, 98, I guess.
And now, man, and I'm sure some teams maybe were throwing in that. You go to a high school game now, they are chunking it around.
Oh, yeah. I think if I didn't have a quarterback, I'd probably be handing the ball off and doing some different things, but you see a lot of that.
Yeah, there was a time where I wondered if defenses would ever be able to kind of keep up with what the offenses are doing. And I don't know if we're fully there, but it feels like teams have kind of caught up to the spread, and there's always a cyclical, right? Like cycles with these things.
It all goes in circles.
Yeah.
It all goes in cycles. Like what you said, it used to be you would never see anybody under center again, and now you're starting to see guys get under center. We start to see some teams huddle. And forever it was, hey, we're going to spread you out. We're going to give you, 10 personnel pitchers, go fast, tempo. And now you're starting to see teams kind of NFL-style huddle, motion shifts, trades. And I think everything has its advantages and disadvantages, but you're starting to see more of that. A popular discussion on every fifth quarter call-in show we have is, why did we not go under center on 4th and inches and things like that? So, I'm watching the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and it's 4th and 1, and Mahomes is in the shotgun, and he fakes the handoff and runs it for a first down. So even NFL teams, the best teams, are going shotgun on 4th and short. As a defensive coach, is there just too much mass in the middle? Is that why you do that? Well, what's your take on that? I think you can you have different outcomes if you feel like you can get a push in there. I think maybe the tush push is pretty good.
The Eagles are pretty good with that, yeah.
If you don't feel like you can move some, they have some guys in there who can't move, then maybe you should go to the outside. So, defensively, I think you got to prepare for all of it, and obviously they get under center, then you're prepared for the sneak, and you got some ways to defend that. And if they're in the gun, you got to be ready for some other stuff. So. Keeps you on your toes.
And you guys have been famous for those goal line stands. Of course, NC State maybe most famously, but had a ton of those a couple years ago, and good on 4th down. And that's you guys work on that, right?
The last 2 years, I think this year we're top 20 in the nation in 4th down defense, and just the short yardage plays we've made. And I think it's really a mindset to our that our players develop. And so, hats off to those guys that just, hey, it's short yardage, just go time. We're going to go attack you.
Jamie says, what type of quarterback is tougher to defend, Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes? I know you don't want to see either one of them.
That's 2 Hall of Fame guys. I don't want to see any of those type of guys. I think they hurt you in different ways. Mahomes is a guy that he can still get free, move the pocket, get away from a would-be sack in the backfield, and where Brady, I think, seen so much in the game that he's really good at just knowing where to go to the football.
Jamie says, slowly building his case that Mahomes is better than Brady. I mean, look, Mahomes is 28, and I know we just came off the greatest quarterback of all time with Brady, but I'm about ready to start that discussion with it's incredible.
If he can do what he's done, again for the next couple of years, certainly. Why not?
Who was the best quarterback before Brady? Coach Harrell?
I was a Peyton Manning fan growing up.
Yeah.
But before that era, I would John Elway, Joe Montana, Dan Marino never won one, but he was pretty good.
Kenny's asking if you're a beach or a river guy.
I think probably the beach.
All right.
Yeah.
Going with the beach there. You guys get very, very little time to get away, right? Yeah. That comes up later this calendar year, but you take advantage of when you can, I guess, right?
That's right. I'd really be a lake guy, to be honest, if I had to choose one. Up in the mountains, you're not really close to the beach, so we go to the lake in the summertime and enjoy that.
Heard Alex asking about mat drills during the break. So how about this time of year, but right before spring ball, what are you kind of working on, focusing on with the coaches and maybe the players?
Yeah, so mat drills are morning runs or coaches-led runs that we go do some station work and really you're teaching, kind of the core of your program. You're teaching, attention to detail, mental and physical toughness. I ask our players all this time, why do we do mat drills? They'll name those things. They'll name Coach, I want to see who's out there that, I can count on. When it's 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, who can I be in the foxhole with? So I think we're teaching all those fundamentals of our program that we're going to fall back on next fall.
Yeah, that's good. Good bonding. You get to know, who you're in those holes with. That's awesome. And then spring ball, Coach, what are you looking forward to the most? Coach Houston said, once again, he wants that offense to bring it every day to the defense. And I know you want the same for your guys.
No doubt. And I think one of our big goals in the spring is developing our players. Not worried about our scheme. We're going to keep it very simple, but we want to develop our culture, which is we're an effort-based defense who's going to play fast. Well, if we want to do that, let's keep the scheme to a minimum in the spring. Let's just go develop players and making sure we can develop them to play fast, play physical, create turnovers.
I think this way, but when Siobhan revels on national TV and having maybe his best game of the year and everybody's watching, I'm like, who's coming to poach this guy? I mean, you got a million things to think about, but that's kind of the reality. So how different is it today than when you first got into it, coaching with the portal and everything?
That certainly happens, and you certainly goes through your thought, but I think you got to keep focused on, and a little bit what you talked about earlier, like what's in front of you, what you can control.
Yeah.
And I think what you can control is doing things the right way and the relationships you build with young men and treating them the right way and making sure they're excited to play for your program and your defense and enjoy each other and know that they're cared about here, they're loved, and they're valued. And I think if you can do those things, that's what you can control. And if something else is beyond that, it's beyond that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's uncomfortable to have those conversations. Do those conversations come up with you and the guys, like during the season, the off season, or?
Yeah, I think more in the off season than in the season. I think in the season you're so worried about just focusing on the next opponent, doing your job. And sometimes it doesn't come up in the off season, but you certainly do have some conversations.
Yeah, you really don't have a lot of time for anything during the season, dude. I mean, it is like flip the page to the next one.
Yeah, it's you get so programmed in, like it's what's next.
Yeah. Tyler brings up Michigan goal line stand. Yeah, I mean, the goal line stands, the fourth downs have been great here with this East Carolina defense, and looking forward to another year. Are you still, Coach, looking to add some wrinkles? You do that every year, I guess?
Yeah, you're going to do that every year. And some of it's maybe something you haven't done for a few years and you're pulling that back out, or sometimes it's something like, hey, I think this would be really good for our personnel. Obviously our personnel is going to change a little bit. You're losing Jamie Lewis, you're losing Julius Wood.
Yeah.
But, hey, what's the strength of Sam Dank or Raheem Craig or J.D. Lampley or Mike Edwards or Dontavius Nash or Jordan Huff? What's their strengths? What do they do well? So let's make sure we're fitting those guys and putting them in positions they can make plays. So, but definitely always looking to do that. And you always want to stay aggressive and play the way you play, but you got to find things that fit you and fit within that scheme and fit your players.
Finally, Coach, you saw at least a little bit of Chandler and I's athleticism on display in a basketball game, and you told Chandler you want to be a part of the 3-point contest.
Well, I really just came in here today to talk about baseball yesterday. Then I want to talk about the 3-point contest. make sure you guys are up for the challenge.
Okay. We're up for it. You said you loved playing basketball back in the day, right?
Yeah, I think I scored 1, maybe 2 points in high school.
Okay, well,
I hit a free throw.
But
I had a lot of assists.
Okay, yeah, Stockton-esque out there.
Yeah, I was a defensive guy.
But yeah, we'll get that done. If you could get us in the ECU practice gym, that'd be great.
I don't know how much outpull I have over here.
Well, hey, we'll find a gym and a ball, and we'll have a 3-point contest. See how we do.
Let's do it.
That's because You get me running or jogging or doing anything, I'm in trouble. But I think if I can just stand and shoot, I got a shot.
Yeah, I used to get up and down the court a little bit. Now I'm with you. It's 3-point contest up my alley.
Stationary 3-point contest will be a go. All right, well, Coach, have a great spring, and we'll talk to you out there. But appreciate you joining us today, man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on.
Blake Harrell, East Carolina defensive coordinator. We'll have that 3-point contest on video sometime soon for you as well. When we return, we will talk some baseball. Jacob Jenkins Coward will join us to talk about the thrilling win on Sunday, the series win over North Carolina. When we return, more to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Stop! Check out the hits. Alright, stop. Alright, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with the British.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps, is coming soon to North Carolina on March 11th. It won't be long until you can bet on same-game parlays, money lines, and props right here in North Carolina with DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook has the best features, including odds boost and live betting. They also have social betting groups where you can share your bets with friends in real time. You can bet on all kinds of sports, including college basketball, hockey, and so much more. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and bet on your favorite sports once we go live. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, coming to North Carolina on March 11th. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Subject to regulatory licensing requirements. See terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook/NC.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
I'll listen to you guys all the time, especially when it's coming up to game week with the Pirates, and I assure you I'll be listening to Pirate Radio at some point during the fall this year.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They are open 7 days a week with live music every night with the best lineup of bands on the weekends, and ladies get in free. Sunday Fun Day rolls along with free pizza all day and cornhole tournaments starting at 3 o'clock. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram for the latest on the music lineups, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty. Great to have Coach Blake Harrell on, talk a little football. We'll now get back into baseball talk for the final segment here of Pirate Radio Live with Jacob Jenkins Cowart, who joins us here in the Pirate Radio studios, coming off a thrilling weekend series with the Tar Heels of North Carolina, and a series that the Pirates won in dramatic fashion on Sunday. JC, welcome in. Congratulations.
Thank you. Great to be here.
And yeah, I know you're a little tired. I forgot about the travel too. Like, you're going from ballpark to ballpark to ballpark in addition to playing all those innings. So you pretty exhausted at this point?
Yeah. Sunday at our place didn't even feel like a Sunday because we traveled home the night before and then got up and played it. It felt weird because the past 2 years we've been trying to find the neutral site, but it hadn't worked out. So we've done the 2 at one place,
right,
1 at the other. But this year it worked out. So
you got to see a lot of fans down in Fayetteville for a Pirate win, and then it was a zoo yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was. I could tell pregame that, or right when we went out for the national anthem, I knew it was a sellout, or it was a record, because like we talked about the rows in the jungle, it was extremely deep.
And that fired you up because I saw a video of you going out to right field, and you had some pump ups and then a nice woo, like a Ric Flair woo, as well.
Yeah, that's very common.
And you got the party started with a base hit in the left field that scored 2 runs, and later in the game, lined one down the right field line. Just so many heroes, and you were one of them on a Sunday. But how about your ABs? How were you feeling at the plate all weekend, really?
Yeah, I think I was seeing it well. Wasn't trying to do too much. It really hit the ball in the air that much, which is a good sign when we're facing high level pitching. You want to stay on a line, and I think the plans that especially Henry and Coach G put together, they were very easy to follow to a T, and we executed them well.
You hit a couple in the air against Ryder. Did you hit 2 against Ryder?
Yeah.
One was the classic JC moonshot, and then you hit one on a line that was I think we've talked about. Usually your dingers are the high ones,
super high ones,
but you hit you hit one on the line too, though. That'd feel good.
Yeah. No, that was probably one that's not very common. So
right.
Gets me going a little bit.
And man, yesterday, how about Luke Nowak hitting his first? What was that
I'll
like?
tell you what. I've never seen that much emotion out of the kid. I mean, you saw his post-game interview. He had the straightest face out of any post-game interview. And I don't know, man, I've never seen him like that. It was really, really awesome to see.
He's going to be a fan favorite if he isn't already, because in his post-game interview, he talked about how he didn't like North Carolina and all those other guys.
Yeah, we talked about that in the team group chat, how he said all that, and he said, I can't stand him. And didn't flinch at all.
And I got to tell you, as fans, they want to hear that stuff.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. There's so many bullet points to hit. Starting pitching, Dixon talked about how awesome it is when your guys rolling, because the innings are so short. You're in and out. Do you feel that way in right field?
Absolutely. The jogs start to pile up though. So the less time that we're standing out there, I mean, it just keeps the bats hotter. It's literally a direct correlation.
And it felt like one outdid the other. Like it was a challenge. Like if Savage throws a gem, Root comes out the next day, says, "Watch this," and then Jake Hunter does this. I mean, it was incredible.
It's pretty as ideal as you could get.
Yeah,
I mean, it was really fun to watch.
And Pirates got it done on the mound, and certainly with the bats, got rolling on Saturday, and then and I feel like even Friday, maybe it was Starling had a few good shots that went to people. So like it felt like it was coming, and it opened up. What's it feel like when it finally gets opened up on Saturday and you get some runs on the board?
Yeah, I mean, Friday we aim for 25 quality at bats, so like a hard line out is a quality at bat. So Friday we had 15 quality at bats through 5 innings, and I mean their starter had really good stuff, but we were really on them, just the old atom ball. You know what I'm saying, just hitting them right at people, and we didn't let the the low number of hits or runs deter us from Saturday. We stuck to it, and it was good to see him hit the grass.
Yeah, and I asked Dixon about this. So that was coming off a Campbell loss, so 2 losses in a row early in the year. Is it like too early for a come to Jesus meeting, a players meeting, or do you just kind of go out there and do what you do? You know,
I mean, we had a meeting, a team meeting too. We do game notes after every game. So we had a meeting after the Campbell game to discuss the mental errors, the defensive mistakes. But after Friday's game, it was the pregame meeting Saturday was, we're doing all the right things. And eventually it's going to fall if we keep sticking to the process.
Man, you made a catch yesterday on a ball that looked like it was going out late in the game. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I thought it was going out.
Yeah, and to make that play with all the stress, like, are you feeling that as the ball's in the air? Are you able to?
My first instinct, well, that's the kid. He'd already hit a homer. I mean, he came off the bench. I don't know why he's not in the lineup. I'm assuming he will be going forward.
Right.
But he hit the homer to left, and then he comes up and hits that one. I immediately just, busted it to the wall and realized that I had a little bit of room. But, I was off the bat. I was like, all right, here we go. Let's go make a play.
It felt like it felt like a regional game because of the crowd, but also all the home runs and everything. It felt like we were playing in the summer or something.
Yeah, and the wind wasn't even really blowing like it does, in April and May. But, the ball was flying.
Man, awesome to get that W. So what was today, like a recovery day, or what kind of work did you get into?
We didn't practice. We just lifted. But just about. And what's really encouraging about this year's squad, just about every position player is in the cages hitting today on their own. Optional. Nobody's we didn't have to be at the field at all until lift, and just about everybody's there early getting some kind of work in. So that was really good to see, and then we got a good lift in.
Again, mentioning all the heroes, what was it like to see the young freshman Bristol Carter get the game winner there?
He's worked his butt off, and obviously the adversity he kind of had on Friday kept his head up, and the coaches have been trying to get him to, let the ball get deep, travel, hit the ball to right field, and that's his the first ball he's hit to right field. So
there you go.
It paid off.
It was a big one. Dixon Williams wanted the opportunity to get up there, but they walked him, and Bristol Carter with the game winner, and the Pirates knock off North Carolina. Took 2 of 3 from the Tar Heels, and I don't know, is game to game momentum a thing in baseball? Yeah.
You win that game. We win that game at Segra, and it's kind of scripted. We're coming back to Greenville in front of a record crowd.
You felt it?
Yeah, and UNC is a great team, man. They put up one heck of a fight. And I just think at the end of the day, we were able to execute better, and we had our home field advantage. We needed all 6,017 fans, and we were able to get the job done.
Tyler says JC always has great energy. And Jamie talking about feeding off of that energy. He also has, that's a good question. Do you get the ball for Bristol? Like, does he have that ball, or does that ball get lost into the ether? You don't know. Do you have any balls?
I saw it. It was in their right fielder's glove.
Right.
I think my microphone turned off.
No, you're good.
Am I? I can't hear anything.
Your headphones are off?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a problem.
There we go. All
right, cool.
We're back.
Do you have any game balls from ECU?
I have my first career home run ball, and actually my parents have it, but
cool.
The people in the jungle were kind enough to hand it back to me.
Awesome.
But that's the only one that I have.
Yeah, that's a good one to have. If you got a question for JC, we'll be here another 5 minutes or so. You can get it in on Facebook, on YouTube, or X. Josh says, great game, Jacob. Keep grinding, brother. And it is a grind once you get into it, right? Like we were talking with Dixon, the first 5-game week coming up next week. But this week you travel on the road, come back, you got the Keith LeClaire Classic. So there's not a ton of time to kind of, breathe here during the season.
You take your off days as best you can. I mean, you get your work in, but you really, an off day is an off day. I mean, I've been doing my best to stay off my feet today. And then tomorrow we'll get on the road, and the bus is your rest time, so you get your rest on the bus and then get ready to go.
Is an off day for JC different in year 3 than it was year 1? Like, did you have to learn how to take an off day? Because the way you said that, you were
So, off days my freshman year, and I'd say I would sleep as much as I could, but that's really not beneficial as much as you would think. Sleeping all day decreases the sleep you're going to get at night, so I still wake up in a timely manner, obviously go to class, but take extra steps just for bodily recovery.
And you did mention you were happy and I guess proud that you didn't lose any weight. Is that right?
Yeah, gained 2 pounds.
So you're trying to
absolutely trying to keep the weight on. Absolutely, it's a grind.
So the first weekend you said you lost?
I lost 4 or 5. I sweat a lot, and it goes to show that I did not do enough Sunday night to put the weight back on. I mean, Sunday night is sometimes harder than the game. Just eating.
Really?
Yeah. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I can show you a few tips if you need them. Kenny said, we saw you running back towards the wall, and we're like, poop emoji. Then you started going forward and made the catch. Yeah, that is always dangerous. Sometimes we don't get to see the flight of the ball, so we're looking at the outfielder. Mm-hmm. So when we see you pull up, that's a good sign. Let's see. Pike was 2 rows away from the field beside the Pirates dugout. Enjoyed there not being a wall between the seats and the field. I don't know what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, correct. Man, awesome crowd, though, yesterday. Jacob, and I hope to see some of those coming up. What does wearing that 23 jersey mean to you as a Pirate player for the Keith LeClaire Classic coming up?
I think it's just a sign of and a representation of what the program is built on. Obviously, coming in, not a lot of knowledge on the history, but
sure.
One thing we do in the fall is we go through what this program's built on, and we embrace it and continue to build that legacy. So it's really an honor to represent it.
And it's got to be cool, right? That Cliff he's coaching for himself, he's coaching for you guys, but he's also coaching for his old coach,
Absolutely.
Keith LeClaire, to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool. Maybe he's talking about Fayetteville. Did JC like the field not having a wall between field and fans? Is he talking about Fayetteville there? What'd you think of that ballpark?
It's
you like it?
Top tier, yeah. I wish it was the entire thing was rotated 180 degrees because the sun sets right over the plate, so it got hard to see there.
Weird shadows or whatever.
Just the sun in the eyes of the outfielders, but no, really good spot they got out there.
You, oh man, I like this kid. The Jackson DiLorenzo. Pirate fans are excited to see the thickness on the mound. How about that kid? It's like a little mini fridge out there.
Yeah, he is. He is the strongest dude I know, too. I'm talking about like 600-pound deadlifts.
Damn. I love his, he was fired up, too.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like the moment was too big for him.
Mm-mm.
And I've seen, people are going to be a little weary of the bullpen when they give up runs, but, I'm trying to talk them off a cliff. You're not going to see bats like Campbell in North Carolina every game. And look what you guys did to North Carolina's bullpen. They're supposed to have a good bullpen, right?
Yeah,
and
it's also week 2, and our starters go 7 innings every day. So, not everybody gets a chance to pitch every weekend. Some of like Corey and D'Lo, they pitched, Friday night, but of the opener, but they hadn't pitched since. So, you think about that.
Kenny brings up a good point. You want to try some zucchini bread? We got some here that
sure. Yeah.
Alex Harper's girlfriend made. All right, we'll get him some zucchini bread before he leaves.
My parents make that.
All right, yeah. Hey, this is good. I've never had it before. I gave it a 5 out of 5. It is awesome.
We're going out of 5 now.
Well, 10 out of 10, 12 out of 12.
Okay, I was wondering.
23 out of 23.
This is interesting.
We are out of time with Jacob Jenkins Cowart. I wish we had more time, but thank you for being here today. Jacob, ready for the trip tomorrow?
Absolutely.
ODU?
Yep.
Got to take them boys down. All right, here comes your zucchini bread. We'll take a break, come back, and get ready to wrap up Pirate Radio Live after this.
Okay, guys, I've devised a plan to find better home internet. Kids, you scout the web for the best deals. Honey, you monitor our projected data usage.
Or we could avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular's home internet. There's no guesswork, and their internet's faster than ever.
New plan. Ellen, you sign up for U.S. Cellular home internet. Madison, you bring me snacks while I stream the game. Let's do this.
Bundle and save on U.S. Cellular's new and improved home internet. Just $29.99 when bundled with a wireless plan. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it is free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Home runs and high fives always go better with a Bud Light. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to the ballpark, the jungle, or the couch, be sure to pick up and order some Bud Light and enjoy the ball game. Bud Light is always easy to drink and easy to enjoy. And remember, Pirate Nation, stay in the game and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates. Pizza, subs, slice, ice.
Jenny, what are you doing?
Just letting the Pirate Nation know that Cucinella's has 2 locations. One in downtown Greenville across from Sup Dogs, and now in Midtown Greenville beside Best Buy. Did you know Cucinella's is open every day with $6 lunch specials, slices all day, beer, wine, and their famous homemade gelato? Cucinella's in downtown Greenville, and now their new location next to Best Buy. Go Pirates!
Boating season is right around the corner, and Pirate Waters Outfitter is the place to go and get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter and Fly Shop. We're having a sale the entire month of February. Shop and save on apparel, accessories to catch fish on the fly. Plus, check out our new spring arrivals from Smithy Cast Iron, Turtle Box, Duck Camp, Marshware, AFCO, and Grundon. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, also the home of Camacho Rod Works right next door to Breaking Bread. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at Pirate Waters Outfitter.
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, Club Car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43 just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
are listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a rough day for the stock market to kick off the week. The Dow was down 62 points at 39,069. The NASDAQ was down 20 at 15,976. The S&P was also down 19 points at 5,069. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All righty, wrapping it up. Kaz says, great show. I feel like we touched a lot of bases on today's program, hit a lot of topics, ate some great zucchini bread, broke some bread with our favorite people. So thank you, Shirley, Alex, Zach Chandler, both Ellerbes, JC, Dixon Williams, Blake Harrell, Brian Bailey, for making it a great show. We will talk to you fine people coming up Tuesday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington.